Today I'm taking over every NFL team that's never won a Super Bowl with the hopes of rebuilding each franchise to bring them their first ever Super Bowl. Beginning today's impossible task with the Bills, which all I'm allowed to do to try and fix every team today is trade away their current players and all their draft picks for the next 3 years. And my goal today is to win the Super Bowl with at least 4 of these teams, and if I fail, I've got to throw away all my mutt coins on garbage. So with the Bills being one of the best Super Bowl-less teams, we've got to make this one count. Now since we have very limited resources to improve this team, we've got to make sure we identify the weaknesses and take care of them first. When it comes to the offense, I definitely wouldn't mind improving the interior of this offensive line. But when it comes to the biggest position of need, dude, this offense is in desperate need of another good receiver or two. Like, Khalil Shakir is fine as a wide receiver 3, so if possible, I would like to add at least 1 quality receiver, hopefully 2. So if we can improve interior of this offensive line and get another receiver or 2, I will feel very confident about this offense. But then the next question is, what in the world do we try and do on defense? Probably could use some better safeties, better Sam linebacker. I mean, as a whole, I think we're good on the defensive line for now. I think it's really just that safety core we need to focus on. I mean, the team comes in as an 86 overall with an 88 offense, 84 defense. So, like, when it comes to today's challenge, man, if I don't win the Super Bowl with the Bills, dude, I might be screwed. Now, I'm also allowed to sign available free agents if I wanted to, but, like, at the end of the day, there's nobody I'm really interested in here. And since I believe it's the most important position that we need to upgrade in the entire team, I might go ahead and try to identify our wide receiver targets. Alec Pierce is somebody I would really like in the Bills offense. Imagine having him as a deep threat for Josh Allen. He only has 1 year left on his contract too, so we might be able to get him for relatively cheap. I mean, genuinely have no idea. Let's just start with a 3rd round pick. Okay, might be harder than what I anticipated. How about we make that a 2nd round pick instead? Wow. Okay, this might be difficult. What about if we went after Michael Pittman instead? So let's just start with a 3rd round pick. I mean, it'd be fine with either of those receivers. They might cut Michael Pittman in real life, so it's going to be difficult for him too. He's about the same for both him and Alec Pierce. Maybe I need to look elsewhere. I mean, honestly, just sit here and cycle through every single receiver until I find a more realistic option with this 2nd round pick. Circling back to Brandon Ayuk here, I kind of feel like he's our best option. He wants to leave the 49ers anyway, so let's see what it would take. Honestly, I feel like Madden's draft pick trading is a little unrealistic because I think the 49ers would die to get a 2nd round pick for Brandon Ayuk. But again, in this game, as you see, it's barely over halfway. So let's see what else it would take to bring in the main man. If we throw in a few players, because keep in mind, we can also trade our players away. We have a bunch of mid receivers. Like, can we just go ahead and get rid of Brandon Cooks too? Like, just make this any closer to being accepted? Yes, it does. So if we add in Brandon Cooks to the trade, maybe go back after one of the better options? Okay, that happened. Michael Pittman, welcome to Buffalo. He actually, I think, is a really good fit for this offense. So Michael Pittman, Khalil Shakir, not a bad group to throw to. Probably just need 1 more. We'll probably come back to it a little bit later. Let's try to tackle this interior of the offensive line next. Now you might be asking, RBT, how do you plan on acquiring more players when you only got $6 million in salary cap? Well, there's this little trick you can do with Madden franchise. It might screw up the team down the line, but again, we're trying to win the Super Bowl this year. What I'm going to do is sit here and restructure as many contracts as physically possible. Some players you can't do it with. There's a bunch that we should be able to and hopefully save a bunch of cap space. Like immediately, we can restructure Michael Pittman's contract and add an extra $4 million. Spencer Brown also gives us an extra $4 million. I mean, honestly, I think Spencer should have to pay us money to play for this team looking like that. How much are we going to have after this one? Why is he backwards? All right, not bad. Now I got about $17 million to work with. I mean, really just looking for an upgrade. I don't care if they're 80 rated, 85 rated, 90 rated. Just trying to find the best possible fit for our franchise. Ooh, this is a lot more interesting than what I anticipated. Dylan Edwards and a 3rd round pick for number 69, Landon Dickerson. This is about to make me very happy. Let's throw in 2 7th round picks, maybe a 6 from 2027. A lot of picks here. I think this would be worth it if we, oh, it's so close. It is so close. Let's just throw in a little crappy player. I don't know, like a last string wide receiver, Tyrell Shavers, who actually did pretty well, you know, for what it's worth for the Bills down the stretch. Submit him through. Brother, we just brought in Landon Dickerson. That just happened out of nowhere. I mean, with that, dude, that brings the offense up to an 89 rated, and boys, we're just getting started. We haven't even traded away just one of our 1st round picks yet. Maybe now we try to tackle the right guard position. And speaking of those 1st round picks, if possible, I want to try to hold on to them to try to bring in a true superstar receiver. I mean, I don't need anything like way too insane. Maybe Elijah Vera Tucker, he's a scheme fit. This would actually be a sexy, sexy addition. Don't know, I have no idea what it would take. Maybe, do I try a 3rd round pick from next year? Maybe a 4th round pick from this year? Spit it through. Boys, we're on to something. We are on to something. A few more picks. A 5th from this year. Don't mind it at all. 5th from next year. Submit it through. Have ourselves a brand new starting right guard. That's a lot of picks. That's actually a lot of picks. In real life, the Jets will probably have a hard-on for this, but Madden, to me, this seems like a good trade. And while we're here, do we just go ahead and try to finish off the offensive line and upgrade upon Connor McGovern, who's not bad in his own right, but if we trade away an 81 rated player, maybe we can bring in like an 85 rated center. It's all about giving us our best chance at possible winning the Super Bowl this year. I mean, even like a 2 overall upgrade would be nice. I'm just trying to make the team as good as possible in as many places as possible, no matter what it takes. Aaron Brewer here, a former Tennessee Titan. With him being normal dev, I don't think it would cost way too much. At the same age, to be a 4 overall upgrade, really don't think it would take much. Maybe like 2 4th round picks, maybe a late 6 from a couple years down the line, spin it through. I might actually be giving away too much. So, in my opinion, offensive line's officially complete. Bring the team up to an 87 overall with a 91 offense now. So I think we're good on the offense for now until we improve at wide receiver once again. But let's now turn our focus to the secondary. Well, we have a ton of good, strong safeties, so maybe we could actually use Jordan Poyer in a trade instead of Taylor Rapp, keep him maybe for depth purposes. Jaquan Brisker would actually be nasty, and Jaquan Brisker, if I'm not mistaken, he's just on a 1-year contract, so it shouldn't take way too much with him maybe entering free agency anyway, so the Bears possibly just want to get whatever they can for him. What if I did throw Rapp in instead? Could that definitely bump up the value quite a bit? I mean, screw it, what if I throw in both these players? Rapp and Jordan Poyer, it barely budged. To be fair, we are starting to run out of picks. I wouldn't try to hold on to all these first, like I said, to try to bring in a stud wide receiver. But I wouldn't mind getting rid of this 3rd. And I'll throw in a 5. So Taylor Rapp, Poyer, 3rd and a 5 for Jaquan Brisker. It's in the yellow. I might actually have to part ways with a 2nd, unfortunately, but Brisker, one of the best young safeties in football. Wouldn't mind it if I have to. A 2nd from 3 years in the line. It is in the green. We are getting somewhere. Let's see if I can trade away a player instead. Because keep in mind, I have a bunch of receivers here. Maybe Gabe Davis added into the deal. It bumped it up a little bit. So, last but not least, let's lock in this new starting strong safety for the squad. Throwing a 5 and a 7. Hopefully, it's enough. That's ridiculous, dude. Like, just accept the goddamn trade. What if, though, we have a 7th from next year. I don't know if that's going to change anything up. Unfortunately, no. But what I can do, though, now that I'm thinking about it, because he's a 73 rated, we could throw in a 74 rated Curtis Samuel instead. Is that enough of a difference? Yes, it is. Let us welcome Jaquan Brisker to Buffalo. Boys, this team is looking crazy. Like, we gotta be Super Bowl contenders at this point. The last thing we're gonna do on defense, because already as mentioned, like our front 7 is fine. Maybe upgrade a free safety as well. Possibly bring in like an 85 rated free safety. Cole Bishop's fine, like long term, but we're trying to win now. And we do have a 2nd and 3rd round pick I am willing to trade away if I need to. And if that's the case, we can lock in a deal here, which would allow me to use these 3 first round picks on hopefully a stud receiver. I mean, Antoine Winfield is probably completely out of the question, right? Actually, no. Ooh. Let's come back to this, because maybe we do use one of those first round picks if we can bring in one of the best safeties in football. But first, let's see if we can find ourselves a better fit. Maybe Minkah Fitzpatrick instead. He's a little bit older for a young 22-year-old rising free safety, a 2nd and 3rd round pick. Okay, we might actually need to go back immediately to Antoine Winfield. I mean, how is his and Minkah Fitzpatrick's trade about the same? Well, I'm telling you, we're gonna find the perfect fit. Might be Antoine Winfield, might not be. Well, Kirby Joseph is interesting, but that's further away from being accepted than the Antoine Winfield trade. Honestly, our best bet might be Julian Love here, and we might not even have to trade away way too much. Like, we might be able to take out this 3rd round pick. I mean, I think the Seahawks would accept Cole Bishop, a young free safety, and a 2nd round pick for Julian Love. So let's see if they accept it straight up, and yes, they do. Let's welcome Julian Love to the Buffalo Bills secondary. So I think this defense is ready to roll, boys. We brought it up to an 85 rated, and again, it is time to try to acquire a true #1 receiver for Josh Allen to throw to for the first time in his career, outside of Stephon Diggs, of course. So whip it through all 3 of these first round picks into a trade, and just click the get offers button. So we're getting offered Jalen Johnson, T. Higgins, that might be the man. Let's see, what else? Antoine Winfield, there was a chance to get him. Derwin James, we're getting some crazy offers. Just to be fair, it's 3 first-round picks we're offering. Like, this is basically what the Cowboys traded away Micah Parsons for. So I feel like we should be able to get a stud. Tyreek Hill, oh, Josh Allen is kind of crazy. They're offering me Bijan Robinson. That's nuts. That's crazy. But again, we need a wide receiver. Trent Williams, best tackle in football. Garrett Wilson and a first-round pick. We might actually be able to do something crazy here, boys. Devontae Adams and the first-round pick. I'm telling you, we're about to get a stud. I don't know if I'm gonna be like get a Jamar Chase or something, but we're gonna be able to get ourselves a 90+ rated receiver easily. You know what? I think we all know that Justin Jefferson would love to leave Minnesota right now with that quarterback situation. What a perfect pairing he would be as wide receiver 1 to Josh Allen. 3 first-round picks. I don't know if the Vikings would accept this in real life. Possibly. I mean, that's about what Micah Parsons went for. Oh, let's do it. Let's try it. 3 first-round picks for Justin Jefferson. Oh my God. We're about to do it. We are about to do it. We're about to bring in arguably the best receiver in football when he has a good quarterback. Again, at that point, like, we throw in some crap. 62 rated tight end, 63 rated left tackle. Then also maybe just throw in something else like a pack of popcorn or something. We have a million defensive tackles. Mathis thrown in the trade. And brother, we've officially brought Justin Jefferson to the Buffalo Bills. And as awesome as this is, we might not be done yet. We still have a 3rd and 7th round pick that I can trade away. And the other position I was kind of eyeing was the cornerback position. So maybe we can flip Teron Johnson for a stud corner. I mean, even if we just got an 86 rated, that would be an upgrade. And it's all about maximizing this season. So even just an 85, 86 rated, whatever we can do to make this team better, even if it's just by a little bit. Quinyon Mitchell now would be nasty. I just don't know if we have what it takes. 3rd round pick, the 7th round pick, Teron Johnson. I will also throw in a couple more players because we definitely have some available, like Josh Palmer now I would be willing to throw away. I don't know about Dawson Knox, they'd even want him. Which, to be fair, what their team needs is tight end, so maybe this will help us. So Dawson Knox, 3rd and 7th round pick on top of Teron Johnson and Josh Palmer. Let's see how stupid this game truly is. Okay, that's fair. I think I'm just going to continue to offer this package for all the top cornerbacks and see if we can land one. We were very close to getting to AJ Terrell, but I think it's impossible because we don't have any more picks to throw in. They do want defensive tackle. And I know we have some defensive tackles I wouldn't mind getting rid of. Maybe Larry Ogunjobi instead. No, I didn't even move. Keep trying. JC Horn, it's not even in the green. Genuinely, it might just be wasting my time right here, boys. I mean, what about Marlon Humphrey? He's a little bit older, so maybe they would actually accept to be a 3 overall upgrade, and it looks like the trade was accepted. So Marlon Humphrey now a Buffalo Bill. We've officially done everything we can, boys, and I think this offense is ready to roll, and they're ready to take over the NFL this season. I mean, Josh Allen throwing the football to Justin Jefferson, Michael Pittman, and now, like I told you, Khalil Shakir is a 3, which is a fine fit for him. Now with a reloaded, upgraded offensive line. And also, on defense, we improved the secondary, which is by far this defense's weakness, bringing the squad up to an 84 overall, 92 offense, 85 defense. If we don't win the Super Bowl with this team, dude, I don't know if we ever will. So here we have it. All comes down to this. If we don't make the playoffs, that'll be a catastrophic failure. I'm actually hoping for a first-round bye, because that would drastically increase our chances of winning the Super Bowl here. And again, we have to win 4 Super Bowls. And I have to take advantage with teams like the Bills, because trust me, we have stinkers coming up later, which will be impossible to win the Super Bowl with. Music to my ears, 14-3, which obviously comes with a first-round bye. All for this challenge's sake, boys. You do not know how desperately we need this Super Bowl. Who even beat us? Started off the season 8-0, then lost 2 in a row to the Dolphins and Bucks. Another huge 5-game win streak before losing to the Eagles by 3. Man, a great season. We just got to finish off strong. I'm excited to see some of these numbers. They had the number 1 offense in the NFL. That does not surprise me in the slightest. Defensively, though, interested to see number 2 in the league. Josh Allen with an incredible season. 4,200 yards, 43 tutties, 8 picks. Only got sacked 30 times. I told you upgrading this offensive line is going to be worth it. James Cook, dude, is such a blessing because in Madden franchise, if you don't have a good running back, you're not going to do good in simulation. So thank God with him, we have to worry about upgrading in that position. But later in the video, when we get to teams who don't start with good running backs, that's when the rebuild is going to be extra tough. I mean, not every team is going to be so lucky that we don't have to trade for a quarterback and running back. Now, through the air, whoa. Maybe I need to stop with the Khalil Shakir slander. Even with the addition of Justin Jefferson and Michael Pittman, he still led the team by 400 yards and 18 touchdowns. So maybe he is a wide receiver one. Maybe I need to shut my mouth. Greg Rousseau with 20.5 sacks. That had to be good enough for Defensive Player of the Year. Also had Ed Oliver, 10.5 sacks. Joey Bosa on the other side with 10. So with these three players alone, dude, they put up 40-something sacks. Like, that's exactly why I told you have to worry about upgrading the defensive line on this team. Oh, well, dude, Josh Allen completely robbed the MVP. Now, did we win Coach of the Year? No, got robbed of that too, man. Hopefully all these robberies will motivate us to actually win the Super Bowl this year. Khalil Shakir didn't even win Offensive Player of the Year. At least Gregory won on the defensive side. I think it's time, boys. With the team that we have built, there's just no chance we did not win the Super Bowl, right? We got to. I mean, our squad goes into the playoffs as a 91 overall, 95 offense, 88 defense. Like, at this point in time, there's not another team out there that can touch our jock strap. So please tell me we get a stinker in the division round. Please give me the 7th seed. We get the Chiefs, of course. That's ridiculous. We already beat them in the regular season, though. We should be fine. All right. Here we have it, boys. No going back from this point in time. We win this game. We advance in the conference championship. It is time for Josh Allen to take down Patrick Mahomes. It wasn't even close. 34-15, advancing to the conference championship. Oh, it was complete domination, dude. 484 yards to 287. Josh Allen threw for 361 and 3 tutties on the ground. James Cook, solid. Had Josh Allen 40 yards himself through the air. Oh, Rashid Rice kind of went a little crazy. But again, Khalil Shakir, dude, he's the greatest receiver in Bills history. So one of these 4 teams are going to be this first rebuild Super Bowl champion. And I hope to God it's us. I'm telling you, fellas, I'm going to be a sad, sad, sad boy if we lose at this point in time. But we're too dominant. We're too good. We're the upgraded Buffalo Bills, and we're manifesting a Super Bowl appearance in our first rebuild of the day. And I promise you, won't be our last just like that. It is too freaking easy. We get the dub by a solid 10-point margin. Oh, that even actually on yards. That's crazy. 325 to 325. Looks like we did most of our damage on the ground in this game. Exactly why I was happy to have James Cook and why I'm happy we didn't have Amari and Hampton. Now, also, I'm really glad we had Josh Allen because he didn't turn the ball over like Justin Herbert did. Josh Allen has yet to turn the ball over in this playoff run, so hopefully that trend continues in the Super Bowl. Because for that to be the case, man, we're going to have to take down Matt Stafford. And this is the perfect opportunity for Joshua to get his revenge on Matthew stealing the MVP from him. Fellas, please, for God's sake, let's start this thing off 1-for-1. Come on, man. You can't do my heart like this. We get to this point, we got to win. We won 3 more games in the Rams. We should be able to win this one comfortably, although I don't like to start. 10-7, we have the lead. Come on. It's a 6-point ball game going into halftime. Come on, another touchdown. Don't like it at all. It's a close ball game. Tied into the 4th quarter. Kick a field goal, and we come out on top in our first rebuild of the day. 16-13 to give us our first championship. We've officially brought the Buffalo Bills their first ever Super Bowl in franchise history. But now, can we do the same for the Bengals? Now, although the Bengals got the quarterback and wide receivers already, dude, this offensive line is garbage. Like, it's crazy they have Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, yet the team only begins as an 80 overall with an 81 offense and 79 defense. I legitimately don't know if we have enough draft picks to improve this team as much as we need to turn them into Super Bowl contenders. Now, this might be a case where we need to start in free agency. Because, like, I know we need help at defensive tackle, so, like, Christian Wilkins would probably be one of our highest rated defensive players. So you might get a little tired of me signing the same free agents over and over again, but, like, just give me a break, dude. I'm trying something that's literally impossible today. Also, I feel like Shaq Mason would be an upgrade in the offensive line, so you best believe I'll take every free starter possible. And also, I guess, why not go ahead and bring in Stephon Gilmore to help out our secondary, which desperately needs help. See, already with those few moves, brought the team up to an 81 rated. But, like, dude, this defense is just so bad. Now, the problem is with the Bengals, they have so many issues. They're not going to be able to improve every position in need like we did with the Bills. Like, that Bills rebuild is just too easy. Like, we need a whole new linebacker core here. And with our limited resources, we're probably going to have to stick with Shamar Stewart and Trey Hendrickson on the defensive line. I think they're fine edge rushers. And I think also, thank God for Christian Wilkins being a free agent, because with that, I think we'll be okay at deep tackle. And we can use the rest of our resources to upgrade this linebacker core. It's like got to be the worst in the league. You know what? Let me actually try something here. What if I threw in like all my 3rd and 4th round picks into one trade and just like click the get offers button? Like, since I have so many needs already, let me just see what teams would offer. So like DJ Moore, which is the thing that sucks about the get offers screen, I guess, is they only trade one player at a time. But I can get a good idea of what teams are interested. We get Rashee Rice? That's interesting. Outside of the Browns, like, nobody really offered me an offensive lineman. I'm gonna be a little crazy here. What about Tyler Smith and Tyler Booker from the Cowboys? I'm just trying. Doesn't hurt to try. It does hurt to try, because that's depressing. Okay, what about this package here? I know no real superstars, though Zach Frazier is great, but I'm just looking for starters right now, as many starters as possible. I mean, I feel like this is a good deal, man. 3 3rd-round picks, 3 4th-round picks. I have no idea, though, if this is going to even be close to being accepted. About halfway. So is it worth it? Maybe do I take out Mike Queen and see how much closer it is? That didn't do anything. So maybe I need to keep Patrick Queen in there. It's like, do I throw in a second? Is that dumb? I mean, I'd be bringing in 3 starters. I feel like it's dumb. Unless I took out some of the picks and threw in players instead. Maybe that's what they want. Throw in Ted, who we wouldn't need anymore. Also, could throw in Dalton. Let's see how much closer this is. Okay, this isn't good. Dude, we haven't even acquired a single player yet. I'm already getting stressed out. What about Hijalte and Paris Johnson? It's in the green. I saw earlier they offered me Paris Johnson, actually. I completely forgot about that. So we are on to something here, boys. This could potentially be massive. Now, we'll probably have to take out our 4th-round picks and throw in a couple players, but I think it will be worth it. If we can land these 2, I mean, my God, that would be such big upgrades to these positions. Let's throw in Ted here. We throw in Miles Murphy, see what they say about this. Oh my God. I really don't know why the Cardinals were just so ready to get rid of Paris Johnson, but I am so glad they are. This is like one of the first trades I don't think would have actually been accepted in real life. But let's thank God for the Cardinals, who are somehow going to have to try to turn into a Super Bowl winner themselves later. But if worst comes to worst, we don't get to touch the offensive line again. I feel like we've done a pretty good job improving 3 of the positions, already bringing the team up to an 83 overall with an 87 offense. But now I think it's time we use all of our assets on improving this terrible defense. Now, the really good news is that the Bengals own the 10th overall pick. In Madden, they value the top 10 picks so highly. So I really feel like we might be able to bring in like 3 decent starters for just 1 first-round pick. And the Jags are offering me Devin Lloyd, which honestly, they're only offering me a 5th and 6th outside of that. So if I can get more from somebody else, I'm actually not getting nearly as many good offers as what I thought I would for the 10th overall pick in the draft. Is this a good offer? Our 10th pick in the draft for Dre Greenlaw, Alex Singleton, and Brandon Jones. I have no idea, no clue if this will be accepted. Should I go ahead and try to get like a running back too? So we have Chase Brown only at 82 rated. I don't know what J.K. Dobbins at 83. I don't feel like that's worth it. Do I just send it through to try to like also get a pick out of it? I don't know. We'll throw in a second too. Okay, it's not accepted. We'll just try this straight up. Still decline, but we are getting somewhere. It'll probably have to be some extra draft picks, and this might not be flashy, but dude, this is 3 starters that we desperately need on our roster. Got an extra 4 and 5, still decline, but maybe 1 more 5th round pick will be enough. It's so goddamn close, dude. Maybe if we threw in Yoshi Voss instead, submit the trade through, we just got ourselves 3 new, very important key starters on the defense. And immediately just going to go sign Yoshi Voss's replacement, which is going to be, I guess, Elijah Moore. Which not bad. It's a 2 overall upgrade. So that already looks a whole lot better, but we're not done yet. Got the team up to an 83 rated on defense, 85 overall with that 87 offense. But I still, we probably need 1 more good corner, maybe better strong safety. Maybe if possible, go ahead and upgrade at tight end. Whoa. There's our strong safety upgrade. Not like we got an all-pro or anything, but Cameron Bynum is a 6 overall, no, that's an 8 overall upgrade, and all it took was a future 4th, 5th, and 6th round draft pick. I do want to see if we can get a little bit better than Mike Gesicki. Ooh, Tucker Kraft. Now, he's at 85 rated. This would be an 8 overall bump. I don't think it's going to take way too much because he only has 2 years left on his contract, and this game doesn't value tight ends that much. So, I'm not going to lie, it might only take one of our 2nd round picks. So, let's go our 2nd round pick from 2028. We can also maybe throw in somebody else, like maybe a Mitchell Tinsley here. Will this be accepted? Straight up, I'm the best GM of all time. Joe Burrow now has Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tucker Kraft to throw to. I hate this game while it keeps putting Shaq Mason as our backup, but I wonder if that's a sign we do need to try to go ahead and upgrade at guard again. Let me see if I can try to pull off some crazy like 2 pick for 3 player deal. Trying something crazy here. first, second round pick, Chase Brown for Bucky Irving, Lucas, and Chris Godwin be our wide receiver 3. Submit it through, and it is so close to being accepted, boys. We're about to lock this in. It's good. I don't actually know, to be completely honest with you, if we have enough draft picks at this point, so I don't have to use another first or second. Let's try 6 and another 6. We might have to throw in a player on top of that. We're definitely going to have to, but I don't really know who we even have. Maybe Dalton Reisner? Still declined. It's not enough. We honestly might not have enough, boys. I mean, I guess I could throw in Orlando Brown, which it lagged a little bit, which means the trade was accepted. We had to get rid of one of our offensive linemen, which wasn't the plan, but I think this is 100% worth it when we bring in 3 huge quality starters to our offense. This offense is looking nasty. I don't know if it's as good as what the Bills' offense was that we built, but at the end of the day, I still think his team should score 600 points this season, even if we end up giving up 700. Would you look at this dude, Bucky Irving, so happy to be Joe Burrow's teammate that he automatically comes with an upgrade point. With the offense looking pretty freaking good, dudes, I think it is officially time to go ahead and try to spend the rest of our draft picks on defense. And I'm honestly not going to target any specific position. I'm just going to try to bring in the best talented players possible, which this is all we got, so I'm not really sure what we're going to be able to bring in, but it's a lot of picks. There's a lot of 7s, but also quality future first and quality future second, which let's see what we get offered here. Hufanga would be nice. Devin Bush wouldn't be too bad either. Unfortunately, nobody that really stands out to me. I do know that the Eagles offered me Nolan Smith earlier, so we could try to bring him in, and I know we definitely can get him for what we offered, so maybe we can get a little bit more. I don't know if, can we get Zach Bond? I don't think so. He's a little bit older, but I feel like this is going to be way far away from being accepted. It's actually closer than what I thought. So what if we took out these 7th round picks and we threw in our young rookies that we currently have? Shamar Stewart at left edge, and also, it's Sam linebacker that we don't have somebody good at, huh? We have Demetrius Knight starting over there. So maybe we actually don't even need Zach Bond. Maybe I just try this. A 2nd, 2 7ths, and Shamar Stewart for Nolan Smith. And the trade was accepted, dude. It is too freaking easy. It means we still have that 1st round pick to trade away, which let's see what we get offered. DJ Moore. We're not getting Keon Coleman. Literally just anybody helps us out, honestly. Let's see if this works. No, we just signed him. I don't care. Throwing in Shaq Mason, and the trade is accepted. It was just enough to bring in an 87 overall Kevin Dotson to start for us at the right guard position. And I think, boys, we are ready to roll as we've done some work. We've done some grinding. We've built this Bengals team up from an 80 to an 88 overall with a 92 offense and 84 defense. Yeah, the team might not have a future with no draft picks for the next 3 seasons, but if they can win a Super Bowl this season, it will be worth it. I mean, look at the original offensive line compared to now. I mean, completely revamped, and for the first time in his career, Joe Burrow doesn't have to worry about getting sacked 75 times a season. He's got insane weapons to throw to, an upgraded running back to hand the ball off to, and moving on over to defense. Dude, this is night and day better. Addition of Nolan Smith, Christian Wilkins, Dre Greenlaw, Alex Singleton, Brandon Jones, Cameron Bynum. I think we are ready to roll, boys. I will be so sad if once again we don't win at least 12 games with this Bengals team. It is time to rock and roll as we advance to the playoffs. And let's see if we can earn ourselves our 2nd consecutive 1st round bond. Fellas, we've pulled off a masterclass yet again, 13-4, and for our 2nd straight year is good enough for a 1st round bond. But will it lead to a back-to-back Super Bowl? Not a bad start of the season, winning 4 in a row, then kind of wishy-washy, but start of the year, 6-3, and then an incredible finish, man, as we literally have only lost 1 game to the Ravens last month and a half or 2 months of the season. We, of course, led the NFL's #1 offense to the defense, though. How much did we upgrade them? Up to 6 in the NFL. Joe Burrow feasting. He still got sacked 66 times, but hey, didn't affect his performance too much apparently. 5,600 yards, 41 touchdowns with a perfect completion percentage on the ground. Ooh. A little disappointing here from Bucky, but that's fine. 12 touchdowns, nothing, to frown upon. Now, through the year, Jamar Chase doing Jamar Chase things. Brother, we had 3 receivers with over 1,300 yards. That is crazy. We almost had 4 1,000-yard receivers. That's unheard of. I mean, look at Chris Godwin, dude. That's Godwin is kind of an add-on to a package deal. Put up 14 touchdowns for us. The best season of his entire career. Now, I'm excited to see this defense. Who balled out for us? It looks like Nolan Smith. What an addition he was, my men. 15 sacks. Trey Henderson didn't even do much. You can walk, buddy. We don't need you here in Cincinnati. Look at Chris Jenkins, 8 sacks. And Christian Wilkins, not bad for a free player we just signed out of free agency. Now, I'm assuming Joe Burrow with those numbers won MVP, unlike Josh Allen in rebuild number 1. So hopefully he doesn't get complacent. He can still win a Super Bowl. Again, we get robbed of the Coach of the Year. We get robbed of Offensive Player of the Year. As the MVP can't even win the Offensive Player of the Year. Him and Jamar Chase come in the top 3. Had Chris Godwin come in 6. Defensive Player of the Year, Nolan Smith didn't win it, but it did come in 6. But this team goes into the playoffs as a 91 overall with a 95 offense and 87 defense. I'm telling you guys, this rebuild challenge is going to get harder and harder as the teams get worse and worse. So we better take advantage of this guy squad while we can. Please, oh please, let's advance into the divisional round here, where we have to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who had a pretty good season. Now we should have a pretty good baseline of what we're going to do here, because we played the Steelers twice in the regular season. We lost to them by 25 points in week 7, but then beat them by 15 away from home in week 11. So I, honest to God, don't know what to expect. I'm actually really worried after seeing that. That's not what I wanted to see. I mean, they beat us worse than anybody else the rest of the season, so that sucks. But we are playing our best football at the right time. We've only lost 1 game in the past 2.5 months, so please tell me we don't lose here to the Steelers. Dude, we built too good of a team to lose to 95-year-old Aaron Rodgers in our first playoff game, and it's a demolition, brother. 29-7. It didn't even stand a chance. Now we have to take on the 2-seed Colts before we potentially make it to the Super Bowl in our second consecutive rebuild. I gotta see the stats here. How do we lock in? I mean, it was actually the yardage was more even than what I thought, but a complete dominating performance. That's what it is. Aaron Rodgers threw 4 picks. Told you this old hag couldn't beat us. Again, we're going to have to be able to run the ball better than this to be able to win the Super Bowl. I mean, maybe not as long as Jamar Chase keeps putting up numbers like this, but now, man, can we please, dear God, get past the 2-seed Colts to advance to our second straight Super Bowl, which would be against either the 6 or 7 seed. Please, oh please. The click of a button. Madden gods, Madden simulation gods, I beg. Come on! It is too easy! All that stands in our way of going 2 for 2 is Dan Campbell and the fighting Detroit Lions. It was another domination. 42-21. I told you guys we were playing our best football at the right time. Joe Burrow, another masterclass. We at least had 3 rushing touchdowns. Maybe not a lot of yardage, but hey, 3 touchdowns on the ground. I actually had 4 combined when you count Samaje Perine getting 4 carries. Through the year, T. Higgins masterclass, Jamar Chase masterclass, and all we gotta do is just win 1 more. Surely we don't screw things up at this point. But all we can do from this point in time is click simulate. Let's hope it is a blowout so we don't have to stress it 7-0. Don't like that at all. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, good stop from our defense. 7-3. I don't know what's happened to our offense. So we scored 40 points a game the last month and a half, and we have finally got 10 points at the end of the 3rd quarter. We are down by 7. We have tied things up. Come on, one stop. We take a touchdown lead, and we do it again. Oh my God, I was stressed out there. 24-17 in just 2 attempts. We have successfully brought 2 teams, 2 franchises who have never won a Super Bowl ever before to their first Lombardi Trophy in franchise history. But I suppose since we just denied the Lions their chance at their first ever Super Bowl, let's go ahead and rebuild them. If I'm being honest with you, dude, the Lions probably have the most complete team we've started with yet. Like on offense, the only thing that we really need to upgrade is probably the interior of their offensive line. I know Tate Ratledge is a great young player, but like for right now, he needs somebody maybe a little bit higher rated. But we'll focus on center and left guard for now. But outside of that, dude, we don't need a better running back. We don't need to add a wide receiver. Sam Laporte is fine. Already have 2 really good tackles. So like honestly, we might have a shot, a legitimate shot, to go back to back to back. I mean, we start as an 89 rated team with a 91 offense, 87 defense. I mean, I have a decent shot to win the Super Bowl if we just simmed right now. But it's mainly the defense we need to focus on here. Like, they got great safeties, but we need probably 1 or 2 cornerbacks to add to this room. Reed's great, but we need depth behind him. Probably need another good edge rusher on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson and maybe 1 or 2 better defensive tackles. But I'm really confident, dude, that we have a legitimate shot to win a 3rd Super Bowl in a row. Not to mention, we also have a ton of cap room to work with. So let us begin here by trying to acquire the best center possible. Why do I feel like Tyler Lindenbaum is the perfect candidate? I mean, it'd probably take a lot, like probably multiple seconds, but keep in mind, he's just on a 1-year contract, so this might be enough. So let's also, just to be safe, maybe throw in a 5, maybe a couple 7s. Submit this bad boy through, and trade is declined, but we are getting somewhere. Maybe actually Graham Glasnow himself will be enough to see this deal through. And the trade was accepted. I don't know if it'd take 2 seconds in real life to bring in Tyler Linderbaum on an expiring contract when he might not sign back with the Ravens, but you best believe I'm happy it happens in Madden. Oh, and he's happy to be here. If I can just upgrade a left guard now, I can go ahead and move all my focus over to defense. I don't even need anything way too crazy. Like, I'd even take Joel Bitonio. And he honestly probably won't cost too much because he's an old fella on a 1-year contract. I'm not even lying, maybe the 3rd round pick from next year is enough if we throw in Mahogany himself. I guess he's only 24 years old, so the Browns might actually want this deal. Let's submit it through. Okay, I'm not going to trade more than this for a 33-year-old. It's not happening. What about Damian Lewis instead? We can afford his contracts. We have a ton of cap room, about halfway. Do I go ahead and part ways with another 2nd round pick? Or do I try a 3rd round pick from this year instead? It's about halfway. But you still do have one more second that we'll submit through. And it's getting somewhere. Like, do I have some other players that I could trade away? Do I get rid of David Montgomery? I have a D-tackle I could part ways with. Maybe even Marcus Davenport. And the trade was accepted. Just like that. So I think the offense is ready to roll. Like, right guard, maybe if we have some leftover picks later on, we could upgrade there too. But for now, we need to put all of our focus on this defense. Need a better right edge, a better cornerback or two. And then at that point, I think we'll be solid. Ooh, so we just got offered A.J. Terrell from the Atlanta Falcons for our 1st round pick in 3/3. That is a lot. But maybe we can do some negotiating. Ooh, Alex Highsmith would be good too. Actually, I know what we can do. It'd probably take a lot. But I think a nice package deal consistent of him and Joey Porter would be perfect. So it's at the same time throw in Muhammad, and at the same time, let's throw in, I guess, Amik Robertson. Let's see what they have to say about this. No shot! No shot! Let's go! Dude, this is wild. I might be the best NFL GM of all time. But to be honest, though, if I'm the Steelers, I don't know if I could pass up a 1st and 3/3 for these two. Maybe. So honestly, dude, I think this defense is maybe a cornerback and another defensive tackle away. Don't forget, dude, we still have 2 firsts and a bunch of leftover picks. Hold on a second. What about 2 first-round picks for DeForest Buckner and Charvarius Ward? I don't think we'll be able to get Sauce Gardner from the Colts, but maybe their cornerback 2, who would be our cornerback 1. Now, I don't know. I have no idea how to judge this. I don't know if this is too much. It is 2 older players. I think the Colts would absolutely accept this in real life. So maybe we just try to test the waters a little bit and see if there's another offensive line we can take from them. I mean, obviously Quentin Nelson would be great, but I don't think we'll be able to afford him. Maybe Braden Smith and play him at right tackle because I know we can afford him. So what do we do from here? Maybe throw in a couple backup players. Like, let's throw in Roy Lopez. Let's go ahead and throw in Mollett. And also throw in one of our offensive linemen. Maybe find a decent backup, which we actually don't have. So, what else do we throw in? Gotta throw in something else. What about Avonte Maddox? So 2 first, 3 capable backup players for DeForest Buckner, Charvarius Ward, and Braden Smith to play right guard for us. So, I might be overpaying. I'm gonna do it. Submit it through, and it's declined, which is fair. It's very, very fair. What sucks, though, is I don't have any other good picks to throw in outside of maybe a 4th from this year. So we'll try it. It got a little bit closer. I don't know if it'd be better if I just threw in picks instead. Like, I just went ahead, went all out, and threw in all my 4th round picks. Would that be better than those players? No, it's actually worse. So unfortunately, I think what we're going to have to do is just try for these 2 without Braden Smith in there and see if it's accepted, which it's not. But now we know what we need to do. Throw in Lopez, still declined. Throw in Arthur, still declined. But maybe now the 4th round picks will be enough. 4th and a 5th. That's like ridiculous. Just like go ahead and accept it, dude. 2 4ths so, and the trade is finally accepted. Now I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to package this into another player. But even if not, dude, I think this team is 100% Super Bowl caliber. Like a 92 overall team with a 93 offense, 92 defense. This is the best team we've built so far before the simulation. I mean, where's the weakness? The good rookie right guard? Like Jared Goff with his weapons, they're perfectly fine. An impeccable offensive line. And the defense too, dude, with Aiden Hutchinson and Alex Highsmith rushing the passer. The best safety tandem we've had by far today. A lockdown quarterback room now of Charvarius Ward, Joey Porter, Reed. Even have TJ Arnold as the 4. Before we do anything else, let's see if we can turn these picks into anything else. I don't know why I'm just getting offered picks back in return. I feel like that's kind of strange. Not a single player offered to me. Alright, I was trying to ship on Tate Ratledge for another rookie. Funny enough, Both these fellows follow me on Instagram. I just now made that connection because I was like, I don't want to get rid of Ratledge because at least he follows me on Instagram. You know what? We're going to keep Ratledge. For whatever reason, Tyler Booker doesn't want to join us over here. So, with that said, my friends, I think the team we have built right now is pretty good on their own. Like I said, 92 overall. I will be shocked if this team doesn't earn another first-round bye. Maybe, just maybe, the Lions here can be our first team to go undefeated today, which I'm not sure any other team out there that we're going to rebuild has a shot. Oh, not going to lie, that's a little disappointing. We went 13-4, which is great, but we didn't earn the first-round bye because it went to the San Francisco 49ers. We literally got the 5 seed. We got the 5 seed for going 13-4. What kind of crap is that? We didn't even win our own division. Well, let's see what happened. We finished with the NFL's #1 offense again, so I don't know how we got the 5 seed. Our defense was top 5, so like screw our record, screw not getting the 1 seed. We're still a Super Bowl contender. Let's check out the team though. Jared Goff, dude, this could have won an MVP. 4,600 yards, 44 tutties, 8 picks on the ground. Jahmyr Gibbs, fantastic. Through the air, St. Brown with the best season of his career. 110 grabs, 1,645 yards, and 19 touchdowns. How did our new acquirees on defense do? Aiden Hutchinson, 17.5 sacks. Buckner was 16.5. Highsmith was 12. So with the trades that we made, we added an extra 28 sacks to the team. Did we turn Jared Goff into an MVP? No, we didn't. Got robbed by Patrick. But screw the 5 seed. I still believe, boys. And outside of maybe a few stinky performances in the first month and a half of the season, including a 24-0 loss to the Vikings, we have not lost since then, including giving the Minnesota Vikings a little taste of their own medicine, 48-0, so I'm pretty positive we got revenge on them here. This time, boys, we're going to full send it all the way to the Super Bowl, and I believe we're going to make it right back to the big game for the 3rd straight season. Don't let me down. I beg we lost. The 1 seed 49ers made it. We got first rounded. Are you kidding me? This game doesn't make a lick of sense, dude. 17-12. We lose to Jackson Dart and the Giants, man. With this team, this freaking team, 94 overall, 96 offense, 93 defense, lost to the Giants. I don't know, dude. Maybe the Lions franchise is just cursed. I guess I'll just have to take out all my frustration on all the teams that the Chargers play. The Chargers are another team that have never won a Super Bowl before, and they obviously have some holes, but I think with my intuition and my skill, we can build them up to a point where I think we can at least compete for a Super Bowl this year. With Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt, I think the tackle position is perfectly fine, but just like the other teams we've used so far, I think we have to replace the entire interior of the offensive line. Gatson, I feel like, is great long-term, but we probably need a better tight end target for this season. Wide receiver room is strange, led by 94-year-old Keenan Allen. I feel like we might need to sign one big superstar. I think we'd be good there. And Hampton, too, another really good rookie, but it's just like, with this being Madden franchise, and with the running backs overall being so correlated to how well teams do in simulation, I feel like we might need to upgrade there, even if we trade them away in the deal. The defense, though, is kind of iffy. Like, outside of Khalil Mack and Derwin James, we honestly could use an entire new defense. I mean, they're not too high rated. I mean, they're only 81 with 83 offense, 80 defense, so we definitely have a work cut out for us. Might be an instance where we need to go ahead and dip into the free agents and see, like, I know I've already signed them before, but you guys are going to have to give me some grace. This is one of the toughest challenges I've ever tried to complete. So, yeah, I know, already got him, but we're going to sign Christian Wilkins for a second time. I mean, just like that, already got a big boost to the defense, bringing us up to an 81 rated on that side of the football. Now, this might seem crazy, but what if we converted Tooley to defensive tackle? What would his rating be there? Because just in this simulation, I feel like he's wasted at edge, being at the backup. Okay, he's a 79 rated, so an upgrade at the D-tackle 2 position, so I think we'll take that. And maybe we sign a guy like Matthew Judon here to replace him as a backup. I feel like the Chargers are a team with so many individual needs that we need to try to package deals together where we don't get many superstars, but we get good quality starters that are improvement all across the football field. Like, what could we possibly get from the Browns here? They've been trying to give me Joel Bitonio the entire video. Also, other play they've been trying to give me the entire video is Devin Bush. Maybe we could also take JOK from him and play him at Sam linebacker, and at that point, our whole linebacker core would probably be done with. Would this be stupid to trade a first-round pick for these guys? I mean, it is 2 guys on 1-year expiring contracts, and JOK, his health is kind of wishy-washy. He's still a good player, though. In this rebuild, at least, I've completely gave him a new set of health. I suppose we'll try it. Okay, I wish I didn't. I wish I would have tried a second-round pick because we just wasted our first-round pick from the upcoming season, which is our best pick. But at least we bring in 3 real quality starters. I actually put JOK at Mike linebacker, but already looking a lot better, up to an 83 overall across the board. Let's see if we need a big upgrade at free safety and cornerback all in one trade. We are going to go for Trevon Moehrig. I know it's not a huge upgrade, but it's a 2 overall boost, and he's a scheme fit, and we're going to go for J.C. Horn. It is probably going to take one of those first round picks or maybe multiple seconds, but I think it will be worth it. So let's go 1 second, maybe a third. Let's just see what the Panthers say about this. It is close. It's relatively close. It'll probably take another second. And like, is there anybody else that can just be like seen as a throw in here? They have like an offensive lineman that could start for us. Maybe Robert Hunt, if we could afford him barely. Let's see what they say about this. It's in the yellow. Now, do I go with all of my second round picks? Oh, okay, that's already all my second round picks, unfortunately. Maybe I go with an extra third, or do I go ahead and throw in a first? We'll try it. It's in the green. Is this worth a first round pick? I mean, we'd be getting 3 starters, an all-pro cornerback. We'd be getting another starter at right guard, which we need one pretty bad. So maybe we take out all the seconds and just go with a first round pick. And at that point, we only have 1 more to go. But, I mean, we're making the team better with this. Okay, it's in the orange. This is going to take a lot. It's going to definitely take more than what I was hoping for. We're in the green now. So now if we throw in our 3rd round pick from this year, trade still declined, but maybe 1 more. Maybe a 4th round pick from 2028 declined again. This is definitely taking way more than what I anticipated, but I think it is going to be worth it. Trade is still declined. I'm scared actually now. Maybe I just take out Robert Hunt. Maybe I do that. Maybe that's way too much and just go with this right here. And that trade's declined, but we're about to bring in 2 big-time starters, throwing a 4th round pick on top of it, still declined. Come on, like, stop playing with me. It's been the hardest trade to go through this entire video. But finally, we bring in J.C. Horn and Trevon Moehrig. Big trade. Huge trade. Those 2 big additions did bring the squad up to an 84 rated defense, so at least made us a little bit better. I still do want to go back and try to get Robert. I feel like it'll be a good upgrade for us. Won't be a massive one per se because Mekhi Becton's already 6'7", but it'll be a nice 7 overall upgrade if we can bring him in. I really don't think it'd take way too much, honestly. Like maybe a 4th and late 5th and another player. We could throw away, I don't know, Najee Harris in the trade. We might honestly not even have to use a draft pick because they value running backs very highly in this game. So let's just go Becton. Actually, do we even have to get rid of Becton? Probably not. We can go with our left guard. Or no, we have Joel Bitonio. Maybe our center Bradley Bozeman in the trade. Submit it through. It's declined. It's going to take just a couple crappy draft picks. Trade is accepted. Let's welcome Robert Hunt to the Chargers, who will probably be our starting center. The offensive line definitely coming together. If I can improve upon Zion Johnson, who we actually converted him to center, if we improve upon him, I think we're golden there. We're up to an 84 rated team now across the board, but still got to find a way to put in some more work. We still need to somehow get a better #1 receiver. And what sucks is I only have 1 more first round pick. And we got to do something that we haven't done in a long time because we have no salary cap at all. We're going to have to go ahead and restructure a few contracts. Like Derwin James here, who's going to save me $7 million. Robert Hunt's going to save me $11 million. See, now we got a little wiggle room. Now, what are the odds we could throw in Amari Hampton in a deal and also maybe Keenan Allen at the same time and get a better running back and better receiver in the same exact trade? Nobody's unfortunately interested in either of these guys, so it might be more difficult than what I anticipated. We're not going to be able to get that much of a jump, I don't believe, but an upgrade is an upgrade at this point, boys. Why do I feel like Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson would be perfect? Breece Hall just has 1 year left of his contract, so he shouldn't be the hardest to trade for. I've been offered Garrett Wilson like 100 times today in different trades, and we just haven't went after him. So I feel like this would actually be the perfect fit. I just don't know if we have enough, unfortunately. Also, for good measure, we could throw in Mekhi Becton. And let's see. I just genuinely have no idea what to anticipate. So let's try with initially our next year's 2nd and next year's 3rd round pick. Submit it through. Oh my god. I knew with Amari and Hampton being a rookie running back, they were going to value him massively on top of that 2nd and 3rd round pick. And already they don't value these players too high, so we're about to get ourselves a beautiful, beautiful double dipping deal here from the New York Jets. So in a 4th round pick from 2027 as well, it's close. It's probably going to take a 3rd from 2028. Submit it through. Bang! Now, fellas, this is looking incredible. Justin Herbert now has Breece Hall to hand the ball off to. Garrett Wilson and Ladd McConkey to throw to. Definitely not as good as what we built some of the other teams up to be, but I still think an 85 rated team can be competitive. But we're still not done yet. I mean, we still got a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 4th round pick to work with. And I'm honestly just looking for like the best player available. Like maybe I bring in Cortland Sutton. We got offered Chris Olave. That could be interesting. Actually, what I'm sitting here and thinking if they want to give me Chris Olave, who is getting to the point where he might need a contract extension, only has 2 years left. With his injury history, wouldn't shock me if they wanted to get rid of him. Now, they also, I know, have a really good center in Eric McCoy. Now, I have no idea if we'll be able to pull this off, but if so, this could be the final deal before we simulate the season. Let's see, though, if we throw in Zion Johnson. Let's see, and also what we could do, since we really only need 3 good receivers, is we could go ahead and get rid of Quentin Johnson. So I feel like this would be a huge upgrade. Let's go ahead, submit it, or do I see if there's somebody else they throw in? I really never know what to expect for these trades. Some trades that I expect to not be accepted, to be close but not accepted, they just get accepted straight up. Some trades that I expect to easily be accepted are not even halfway to being accepted. So, like, I just might as well see if I can get the most value possible, although there's not really too much we can get from the Saints. Maybe just like a young defensive tackle as a throw-in. We'll submit the trade through, and I feel like it's accepted. When it pauses a little bit, you already know it's going to be accepted. Again, I hate when this happens. I feel like I got it for less. Maybe I didn't have to throw in like my second-round pick, but I don't care. We just got 2 huge players in return. I mean, now Justin Herbert has Chris Olave, Ladd McConkey, and Garrett Wilson to throw to. Now up to an 88 overall offense, 86 rated team. I wonder if we try to take the last few draft picks that we have and improve at tight end as much as physically possible. I love Gadsden, but again, let's see if we can get like an 80 rated for this season. I don't even remember what kind of picks that we have left, but again, any upgrade is better than none. It's not good. It really might not even be worth it. What do you mean there's no packages? Nobody wants Gadsden? What about Colston Loveland? Oh no, not even freaking close. So this might not even be worth it. So I believe we might as well go ahead and roll with the squad. I mean, if the original Chargers team that we built upon could make the playoffs the way they did, surely with the team that we've improved, they could maybe compete for a first round bye. Like I said, 86 rated, not the best team we built today. But at the same time, you look at the individual squad and know how well coached they are. I wouldn't be shocked if they went out and got a first round bye when this Lions team couldn't. Like I say all that, at the same time, there's also probably an equal chance that we just completely missed the playoffs entirely. No first round bye, but not gonna lie, we'll take 12-5. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did. I'm happy though, because like there was a part of me that thought we were gonna miss the playoffs. So even though we don't get to skip the first round, I will gladly take the 3 seed. Okay, not bad. Offense finished just outside the top 5. I'm interested to see that defense though, which finished 13th. Not horrible, especially when you consider where we started. Justin Herbert, pretty good season. 4,100 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10 picks, and I think you'd be very happy to know he only got sacked 45 times this season on the ground. Breece Hall had a really good year. 1,410 yards, 12 tutties, 4 fumbles, which isn't great, but like at the end of the day, I don't think Amarian Hampton as a rookie was going to even come close to touching these numbers. Now, through the air, 3 1,000-yard receivers. I mean, even after adding Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, even though they led the team in receptions, Ladd McConkey still outgained him and had way more touchdowns than him. As when it comes to the defense, thank God for Christian Wilkins being a free agent, so we got 11.5 sacks for free. He had Odafe Owe with 11 sacks, Khalil Mack with 10. Devin Bush, not bad, 6 sacks from him from the will linebacker position and 2 picks. And look at Tooley, converted to defensive tackle, very undersized for that position, but still helped us out with 5 sacks. Justin Herbert came 4th in MVP voting, and again, we're not even coming close to winning Coach of the Year. Maybe we will eventually, but I feel like Breece Hall got robbed of Offensive Player of the Year. He had a really good season, and again, had nobody come top 10 Defensive Player of the Year. So what did we get up to by the end of the season, going into the playoffs as an 89 rated, 91 offense, 87 defense? So I know it was kind of grim with the team we started with, but at the same time, I feel like we built a squad good enough to legitimately compete for a Super Bowl here, which I would love, because that would be number 3 already. Can we just make sure here that we don't get first rounded? That would be depressing after all of that work. We got first rounded. That's just so upsetting. There's no way this team lost to the Jags. Defense was our downfall, dude. Gave up 400 yards to freaking Trevor Lawrence. Couldn't stop him for the life of us. Like, what was the point in trading for J.C. Horn, dude? You better believe I'm going to do everything in my power to pull off a better result with the Falcons. Now, the main thing here with the Falcons, and it's the first time we've came into this problem today, is they desperately need an upgrade at quarterback. And that's going to take most of the draft picks that they own. That's going to be tough, because they don't even own a first rounder. So this may be like the first rebuild where we only get to acquire 2, maybe 3 players, if that, because I think I'm going to hone in here on improving quarterback. We probably need 1 more wide receiver to go along Drake London. I'll probably keep the offensive line the same, and then if anything, try to get a premier edge rusher, which we don't necessarily need one because we already have 2 youngsters there. I don't know if they'll be able to progress enough this season to be able to help us win the Super Bowl. But if anything, maybe upgrade a better defensive tackle. But we've got to find a way to get a better quarterback. Now, I really don't even know where to start with this because I feel like the max quarterback we can get is probably like maybe an 85 rated. Like I feel like a Caleb Williams is out of the question. But maybe a QB a little bit older than him. Maybe a Baker Mayfield would be nice. I mean, I can see us winning the Super Bowl with Baker. Now, do we have any players that we could potentially trade away to him? Maybe Arnold, maybe that'd be nice. Maybe Leonard Floyd over here. Now, it definitely is going to take some draft picks. But honestly, I don't hate this. A young quarterback, a young edge rusher in Arnold, an experienced one in Leonard Floyd, and a second-round pick for Baker Mayfield, who's on a huge contract. Have no idea what the Bucs are going to say here, but they accept this. This is really going to expedite this rebuild. They decline it, but there is potential. It's probably going to take a first. I didn't want it to have to take a first, but it is going to take a first. A 2028 first-round selection. It's declined, but it is in the green, so we're getting somewhere, boys. Maybe a third-round pick from 2026. It's declined. It's going to take that second, isn't it? A first, a second, Penix, couple edge rushers, and the trade is officially accepted, but I feel like this will end up being 100% worth it. And apparently Baker is so happy to join the division rival because he already has an upgrade point, which is huge for a quarterback. That should bring him up, if I'm not mistaken, all the way up to an 86 rated. Like, he's got to be a top 15 rated quarterback in the game at this point. 11 to be exact. I feel like he's going to feast in this offense, especially if we can get one more quality receiver. What about DJ Moore? I feel like he'd be a great compliment to Drake London, get way more touches than what he does in Chicago, and I feel like the Bears would want to offload him for relatively cheap because he had a huge contract. So let's see if we can make this happen. Hopefully it doesn't take a first-round pick or anything. We'll try a future second, and honestly, if I'm the Bears, I accept this, but let's see. I don't expect it to be accepted, but it'll be relatively close as it is. So let's see if on top of that, we can throw in maybe some fourths. Maybe actually take out the second fourth, maybe throw in a player or two. Maybe like a Will Anderson. We have a bunch of cornerback depth, so how about D. Alford? Submit that through, and DJ Moore is an Atlanta Falcon. So now this offense is starting to cook a little bit, man. Got a new franchise QB. Another good wide receiver, too. So now we need to turn our focus over to the defense, where we, first of all, need to improve on the defensive line. I would love to get a good defensive tackle and a cornerback in a package deal. So how about this? We already got DeForest Buckner once. How about now we get his counterpart in Grover Stewart? And at the same time, we already got Charvarius Ward once. Why don't we go out and get Kenny Moore? Funny enough, I don't think this would be too ridiculous. Like, I feel like maybe a second-round pick and some players should be enough, like throw in Rook here. Also throw in one of our cornerbacks. Let's go Clark Phillips. Let's go with a third from this year, a fourth from next year, and see what the Colts say. It's in the yellow. Maybe throw in a third from 2028. It's in the yellow again. So let's see what else it'll take. Maybe a 4 from 2028. If not, we'll have to throw in a 2. Trade's accepted. Let's go. 2 huge pieces to add to our defense. Oh, and you love to see it. Not only did we acquire those 2 players, we acquired another player who's just so happy to be a new Atlanta Falcon. Got that upgrade point all the way to an 88 rated. Dude, this guy was real happy. All the way up to an 86 overall. We've already, I think, tied the overall the Chargers team that we built. And again, fellas, we're not even close to done. Now, I don't even know where to turn my attention to. Maybe a defensive tackle 2? Maybe a D tackle 2 and left guard. Boys, I might empty the tank here. I just got a crazy idea. We can get a decent upgrade at left guard. Get Isaac here, 81 rated. Maybe Cameron Hayward would be cheap to get because he's going to retire after this year. 36 years old. He's super expensive. And on top of that, maybe bring in DK Metcalf. So, like, especially with his left guard being a little bit older and Cameron Hayward being 36, I feel like this won't be unreasonable, but it probably still will take a first-round pick and it'll be the last one that we got. I really don't know. This might be a trade that I just abandoned. We're going to try it, and it's in the yellow. So, do I keep going here? Maybe, since we're trying to bring him in as a wide receiver 3, we could trade away Darnell Mooney. Will that change your mind at all? It's in the green. Oh, please tell me this is about to be accepted. Let's also throw in, I guess, this third-round pick from 2027. Trade still declined. Do we have enough here? Maybe 2027 fifth-round pick. Declined again. God dang it. Oh, hold on. They need a quarterback. And you know who we have, friends? We have Kirk Cousins just sitting here Oh my God, please tell me this works. No, not even freaking close. I have an idea though, boys. We're going to try to trade up, get a second round pick from the Texans. We literally just trading every single pick possible. A third and a bunch of late picks. Hopefully it's accepted, and it is. Much easier than probably what it should have been. I guess that is a lot of picks. So let's try this now, fellas. That extra second we just acquired. And a first from 2027. Submit this into the universe, and we've just locked in 3 new incredible starters to our starting lineup. That brings us up to an 88 overall, 92 offense with the 84 defense. I'm loving the way things are looking offensively. My only worry on defense is the youngsters that we have. I specifically didn't upgrade an edge rush, and that is so important in this simulation. But like with them being so young, and with them being a 79 overall, which is really good for a rookie, especially with Xavier Watts here too, 3 79 overall youngsters, I feel like they should be able to develop enough, especially with the good players around them, to hopefully all competing for a defensive rookie of the year. Now I still do have a second round pick and a few others. I might try to upgrade maybe one position, maybe will linebacker. Ooh, actually kind of close to bringing in Drew Tranquill. I know he's another old guy, 30 years old. I can't say that. I'm never saying that again. I'm 30. I'm about to turn 31. No, I'm never saying that again. He's young. He's a young buck, very young buck. So gotta find another player. I think like maybe a Billy Bowman should be enough. Spin it through, still decline. Maybe it's not. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, actually, we do have Ty Algier. This actually might go through, and fellas, it does. Bring in one of the highest rated will linebackers in the National Football League. And the replacements kind of suck for Ty Algier, but it's fine though. This will be the resurgence of Cam Akers. But I think it's time, boys. I cannot believe we built the Atlanta Falcons up to be a better team than what the Chargers were. But man, this offense, I feel like Baker Mayfield might win MVP throwing to these receivers. As long as these young bucks can progress, I'm telling you this team is going to compete for a Super Bowl. I promise you they're not going to repeat what the Chargers did, but I'm telling you this entire season is going to come down to the OGs. Bijan Robinson, Drake London. If they can play up to their potential, I'm telling you this team not only is going to make the playoffs, they're going to be competing for another first round bond. What sucks though is there's no one of these teams that I build that I think is going to be really good is going to end up missing the playoffs completely. And I probably shouldn't have said that because I'm going to speak it into existence. Cut it, cut that, just disregard what I said. Manifestation, positive energy here. 17-0. How about that? Undefeated. Dude, what are you talking about? The second straight rebuild, we go 13-4, but don't earn the 1 seed because of the 49ers. Which the good news, we already beat those garbage 49ers week 7, so if we have to face them in the playoffs, it looks like we have the upper hand. Which I'm a little disappointed though more than anything, week 1. We lost to Baker Mayfield's old team and lost to Michael Penix, so that sucks. God, our defense couldn't stop them for the life of us. Baker actually kind of got outdueled by Michael Penix a little bit, so he made us look dumb. But at least we didn't come in last place. We built the NFL's number 3 offense, which is not too shabby. Defense, it's invisible. That normally means we were like number 1 or number 2, which we finished number 3. Not horrible, especially with all of our youngsters. Baker put up really good numbers. I said he might win MVP. He's probably not gonna, but still 4,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, 14 picks is great. Now, although the picks is a little rough, but it's fine season. Talk about a fine season. Bijan, 1,332 yards, 11 touchdowns. Baker actually had 6 touchdowns on the ground, which is funny. Now, through the air, Drake London doing Drake London things. 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. DJ Moore, pretty decent resurgence from him. 950 yards, 2 tutties. And DK Metcalf, great year from him too. 850 yards, 6 touchdowns. Now, what do those youngsters do on defense? It looks like they both balled the frick out. 14 sacks from Jalen, 12 sacks from James, 10 sacks from our new acquisition of Cameron Hayward, as we had to have one of the best pass rushers in football. Let's see here. Jalen Hurts wins MVP. Baker did come in the top 10 at least. We again getting robbed of the Coach of the Year voting. That's disgusting. Drake London somehow didn't win Offensive Player of the Year after those numbers he put up, which is just crazy work. Defensive Player of the Year, who our rookie came in 5th, which should mean he won Defense Rookie of the Year. Almost had number 1 and 2 in voting, but Offense Rookie of the Year had nobody top 10. But fellas, I believe it is time now to hopefully do the opposite of the Lions, which the team we've built goes into the playoffs as a 90 overall, 93 offense, 87 defense. It is time to lock the frick in. And please, dear God, don't get first rounded. Wait, did we play the Packers in the regular season? I completely missed it if we did. We did not play the Packers, but we have finished the season with, what is that, an 8-game winning streak. So just like earlier, We are playing the perfect football at the perfect time, and hopefully that perfect football can lead to a playoff win here. Let's go! And it wasn't even close. Big 17-point dub over the 7 seed. They didn't even score into the fourth quarter. Baker Mayfield with a great performance. Exactly why we traded for him. Bijan, though, if he can run the rock like this the entire playoffs, I'm telling you, we're winning the Super Bowl. Not to mention Drake London coming up big, man. 7 grabs, 96 yards, 2 tutties, and Bijan, too, through the air. 7 grabs for 67 yards. A little worried about our matchup against the Eagles here because they did have the MVP winner. What did he do this season? Okay, that's fair. That's why he won MVP. He also had 409 yards on the ground. Saquon went off. That's kind of scary. Devontae Smith with 30 touchdowns. Okay, now I'm really worried. He literally broke the all-time single-season touchdown record by a lot. 30, this is stupid. How do you not win MVP? Okay, I honestly wish I didn't check that. We didn't even play him in the regular season either to get a good base. Oh, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. At least, the one positive, we are currently on a 9-game winning streak, so hopefully we can extend it to 10 to advance to the conference championship. But boys, time to quit stalling. Here goes absolutely freaking nothing as we win 33-27 in a thriller. And all we have to do now is beat J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings, which we already dominated the Vikings in Minnesota 28-6 week 2. So this should be no contest, dude. I gotta see, how do we beat the Eagles? Like I said, by 6 points in a thriller. Came down to the fourth quarter. Pretty even game offensively. Baker Mayfield, this is exactly why we traded for him, man. With Michael Penix, there was no chance we were making it this far. On the ground, Saquon kind of outgained Bijan, but again, thank God for Baker Mayfield. Through the air, Drake London, you dog. 11 grabs, 193. Outshined the man who caught 30 touchdowns. Now all we have to do is take down J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings, who we already beat by 3 touchdowns this season, to advance and take on either the Ravens or Bills. So it doesn't get any easier. But come on, man. This will probably be the most disappointed I've been all video long if we lose this game. I'm ready to take the Falcons to their first ever Super Bowl. Gotta beat the Vikings first, which it was no freaking question. They had to beat the Bills, so it's gonna be tough. So in this particular franchise, whoever wins this game wins their first in team history. But like, don't be stingy, Bills. Already won one with you. Give one to the Falcons, please. Again, wasn't even particularly close. Won by 15 points. Almost double their offensive output. Few picks from Baker here, but still slinging that rock. 5 touchdowns. Bijan, good game. Drake London again, dude. That's what, like 400 yards in the playoffs? Almost, what, 10 touchdowns from him? But now the question, boys. Can we bring a third franchise out of 5 attempts to their first Super Bowl in their franchise's history? I'm telling you, dude, send this to all the NFL teams with current GM vacancies. I'll take the job for a very low salary. Now, can this single click of the A button be good to me, please? Just one more time. I beg. Bills fast start, although we answer quickly. We take a 14-7 lead. Bills score fast. I'm not liking it. They take a 21-14 lead. Please. We get a safety, I think. And we take a lead by a field goal. Oh, so much is going on right now. Can we please finish? Thank God. That was the most stressful thing I've ever witnessed in my life. 24-21. We have done it again for the 3rd time as we brought in our 3rd NFL franchise to their first ever Super Bowl. But I genuinely don't know if a 1-year turnaround is possible with the remaining 7 franchises. Unless Trevor Lawrence can turn into God here. Now, the Jags are an interesting project here because Lawrence is fine at 82. Like, it'd be nice to upgrade him. Like, he's the least of our worries. His offensive line is pretty goddamn bad. Like, ideally, we replace all 5. I don't know if that's possible. Also, would ideally upgrade a tight end too. And it's like, with all the problems we have offensively, I don't even know if it's justifiable adding another receiver. We already got 3 decent wins, but it's like, I just don't know if they're good enough, with Travis Hunter being the highest rated one at 82. And then on the defense, at least it's a little bit better, as we really don't have to worry about edge rush, because the defense of Josh Allen, he's going to take over. Trayvon Walker, he'll be fine. Linebacker core is good. But also, like, we need new safeties. We pretty much need a whole new cornerback room. So, like, I just don't know if we have enough draft picks to fix all the holes in this team. Especially because they also don't have a first-round pick. Which I guess now that I think about it, we can put Travis Hunter at cornerback, so that at least takes away one of our needs. Right, there's just so many holes, I don't even know where to start. What if I tried to steal, like, the entire Buffalo Bills offensive line? It'd be much better than what we got. So what are the odds I can actually pull off, like, a crazy heist here? I mean, it probably takes some pretty big draft picks, especially the 1 second-round pick we have for this upcoming year. Maybe throw in a 5 and then a third from next year and just see where they're at. I'm hoping because Deion Dawkins is kind of older and Spencer Brown's just a normal development right tackle, so is Connor. They don't value him that highly. So let's just try it, submit it into the universe, and it is so close to being accepted. We are almost right on the freaking money, dude. So let's throw in, instead of that 5th round draft pick, we'll do a 4th from next year. Is that enough? Not quite. That's ridiculous, actually. It actually makes me really sad. Maybe if we took out Hainsey and found like a 75 rated player to throw in, maybe like a Diami Brown, that'll be enough. No, it's not. Actually went backwards. They need D-tackle, and we got some crappy ones that we need to upgrade that went backwards as well. So, gotta figure out what to do here, boys. Oh, I know exactly what to do. Let's make that our 3rd round pick from this year, although I didn't want to. And let's see if that's enough. Not quite. But now, a late pick, like a 2028 6 might be enough. Not quite. How about a late pick, like a 2028 5th round selection? Submit the... Oh, this is just making me mad. This is so frustrating. But this should finally be enough. Let's welcome 3 of our new 5 starting offensive linemen. I guess we should go ahead and just get a better right guard so we don't have to worry about it again. And I really don't even want anything that crazy. What about Dominic? I'd rather throw in a bunch of crappy mid-tier rated players and see what they say to that. Come on, give me some good news. It's not good news at all. What if we entice you with a little 3rd round pick from next year? Okay, Dominic's not the guy. He's just definitely not. I know I've gotten Elijah Vera Tucker once before, but he's the perfect man for what we need. He's a scheme fit, 1 year left in his contract. We'll try it. Okay, Trey was accepted just like that. You see exactly why I wanted him and not Dominic. So with all the needs this team has, I think we're good in the offensive line for now. Let's see what teams actually want our next year's 2nd, maybe 2028 3rd. See if they can package any player that we actually want, which I'm not gonna lie to you, these offers are pretty diabolical. I might actually look for a half-decent tight end. What about Dallas Goedert? Another player on an expiring contract, 30 years old, so he probably won't command way too much in the market. So if we also throw in Brenton Strange in return, how about just Strange and a 3rd round pick? Not close, but if we keep in that 2nd round pick. I know, like, in comparison to IRL, this is kind of an overpay, but again, for an 88 rated tight end, when this team desperately needs a tight end, I think this would be worth it. And the trades declined again, but we're getting somewhere. What if we threw in Andrew Wingard? Because we hope to get a better free safety later anyway. Trade still declined. They really didn't do much. They also need D-tackle. We could throw in Austin Johnson, see if that budges at all. Again, not really. So probably just going to take another half-decent draft pick, unfortunately. About 2 5s. Is that enough? No. At a 2027 4. That makes me so sad. So I think what we're going to have to do is just, instead of all those picks, throw in another... Oh, wait, we don't have another 3rd round pick. Oh, God, we might be screwed, actually. What if I throw in Tootin? Like, I don't want to. He's a good rookie to have backing up Travis Etienne, but, like, I need Dallas Goedert more than a backup running back. And there it is. Just like that, let's welcome Dallas Goedert to Jacksonville. And immediately, we're going to bring in Ezekiel Elliott to replace Tootin as our backup running back. So for now, I think the offense is fine. We need to move all of our focus on to the defense here, where we need new safeties, new corners, and preferably a new D-tackle. And the problem is our picks are starting to run a little dry. We do have 2 firsts left and a 2nd, but that might not be enough to bring in every single position that we need. Wait a minute. How about a package of Zach Allen and Hufanga from the Denver Broncos? At the same time, it'd be hurting a team that should be competing with us for the AFC Conference Championship crown. So also what we could do in this deal is throw in our current starting strong safety, Antonio Johnson, which might help out a little bit because he's young. And how about some of our late 5ths? I genuinely don't know if this will even be remotely close. It's not. It might take our 2nd round pick on top of this, and even with that, it might not be enough. We're going to try it, though. Our 1st, our 2nd, and Antonio Johnson for Zach Allen, and Hufanga. It's in the orange. I think it might be a GG, boys. Unless maybe I threw in Eric Armstead, but I don't know if that'd even be enough. It's not. It's in the yellow. Dream's dead, boys. The dream is dead. What if instead we go for something like this? No, Jordan Davis isn't like a massive rating or anything, but I feel like him and Cooper DeJean would be huge. I'm trying to see if we can get away with the 2nd round pick. I don't think it'll even be close. Not at all. So I might actually just immediately abort mission again. What about Milton Williams and Carlton Davis? I feel like that would be an interesting package. Okay, it's in the orange, so we're definitely getting somewhere. What if I just straight up gave him my 1st round pick? I don't want to, but I'm probably going to have to. We still would have one more remaining. We'll submit it through. It's only about halfway. Throw in some players as well, and oh my god, that bumped it up big time. So we might be getting ourselves new D-tackle, new #1 cornerback. Maybe not, all pros or anything, but big, productive players. Throw in some 5s, see if that's enough. Not quite, but a 6 on top of that should be. And bang. I think now I'd be happy with this defense if we could just find a better safety tandem. Whoa, okay. I felt it lag a little bit, so I knew the trade was accepted. This wasn't really what I expected to do, but we bring in a veteran that is familiar with the AFC South, Kevin Byard, former defensive captain of my Tennessee Titans. It actually hurts me a little bit inside, but this is for the greater good. Took Wingard and a bunch of late picks, but I mean, he's at 84 rated. No, he's old, but I think he'll be productive for us. Now, for this strong safety position, do I try to go big here? Xavier McKinney, potentially. And it would definitely be our last addition. We throw in Antonio Johnson. We have a first-round pick and a second-round pick. I'll submit it through. It's declined. We might just have enough with this second. Submit it through again. It's in the yellow. Might not, actually, unfortunately. We have a 6, 2 7 to throw in, but again, don't think that's going to be enough. It's in the yellow. What about a Kyle Hamilton? We'll try this. Halfway to being accepted. We'll go Hufanga again. I don't know if this would be too much. We'll just try it. Johnson, a first, 6, 2 7. It's declined. It's going to take the second-round pick, but I think it will be worth it, friends. We bring in my opinion, one of the best strong safeties in football. But the big question, boys, is did we actually do enough? I mean, I think the offense is fine. Team's up to an 86 overall, 88 rated offense, 85 defense. With the addition of Hufanga, dude, that's a great safety tandem. And we got a good pass rush, good D-line. I will admit, I'm not as confident here with the Jags as it was the last few franchises that we rebuild. But I still think we make the playoffs, but if we don't, I wouldn't be too shocked. And maybe Trevor Lawrence will surprise me here. Dude, what is up with us going 13-4 every season? And I'm more mad that, again, we get a first-round bye because we lost a tiebreaker with the Bills. That's just so frustrating. You win 13 games, you don't get a first-round bye. I'm happy, though. I'm happy. Just a little irritated. Started off the season hot after a loss to the Bengals. Didn't lose again until week 11. Really hope we don't face the Colts in the playoffs since we lost to them both times we played them. And oh god, they did make the playoffs. So there's actually a pretty realistic chance if we beat the Steelers here, we play them next round. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. Speaking into existence, positivity. How do we even get here with the NFL's third offense? I swear, why do we end up leading the third offense every single season, too? Defense kind of mid, though, which doesn't surprise me. Ooh, Trevor Lawrence kind of stinky. So I don't know how we had the third best offense. 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 13 picks. A perfect completion percentage, though, on the ground. Okay, this is why our offense was so good. Oh, my God. Travis Etienne, 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns. He might have won Player of the Year with those numbers. Look at Zeke with his 4 touchdowns. Now, through the air, not a single 1,000-yard receiver. It doesn't shock me again because all these guys are like the same rated, like 80, 81, 82. So they did a good job for us. Can't be mad at that. Defensively, we had some big boys do some big things. Travon Walker, 15.5 sacks. Josh Allen, 12.5. Milton Williams, our new pickup with 9. Nobody for us even got a single MVP vote. But finally, yours truly, rightfully so, wins Coach of the Year. How did he not win Player of the Year with 19 rushing touchdowns? That is insane. Travon Walker robbed the Defensive Player of the Year too. But this time, we're going to be headed into the playoffs with our team up to an 89 rated, 91 offense, 87 defense. And I think I'm just going to full send this one, boys. I'm not going to go game by game. It's too stressful. We're just going to send him straight to the Super Bowl, and we're going to witness together here what happens with the Jags. We're going to go ahead and win our 4th Super Bowl. No. What happened? We ended up getting beat by the Ravens. Beat the Steelers by 3 touchdowns, but just couldn't get past Lamar Jackson. We wouldn't have made it anyway if we beat the Ravens because we had to play the Colts in the AFC Championship. At least they knocked them out. But at the same time, dude, I'm pretty proud of what we built here, winning 13 games. But hopefully we're able to take things a step further here with the Texans. A bunch of problems off the get-go, dude. Just like with the Jags, I'm pretty positive we're going to have to try and replace the entire offensive line. But I don't know how good of an offensive line we're going to be able to build because we're also going to have to replace CJ Stroud. Like his overall tank this year, down to 77. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know what you think about CJ Stroud in real life. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm saying in terms of this rebuild, need to win this year, we got to get a quarterback that's at least like 84, 85 rated to stand a chance. Good thing is, though, there's not much that we really need to do to the defense. Like, maybe get a better will linebacker, better defensive tackle, but we don't have to touch cornerback. Probably don't even have to touch safety. That's the least of our concerns. Outside, again, of maybe improving the outside linebacker and D tackle, don't have to stress about the defense too much. All of our focus needs to be on the offense, and we're probably going to end up spending the majority of our draft picks on improving CJ Stroud. It doesn't help either that our first round pick is projected to be number 28, so that's not going to get us that much value. But I think we're going to go ahead and just try to upgrade a quarterback off the get-go. Like, what would it take to upgrade to a Caleb Williams type? Good thing is he isn't a superstar. He's only a star, so his value's not that ridiculous. I mean, I would definitely take this. This would be a crazy trade. I just want to start with a couple seconds. So CJ Stroud in a couple seconds, move up 8 overall at the quarterback position. Okay, that's just that we just need to move on. What about Justin Herbert? Like, I know 2 second-round picks isn't enough. Oh my God. Hold on. We might be getting Justin Herbert, boys. And I might not even have to use a first-round pick. Okay, so we have a plethora of wide receivers. Let's throw in Christian Kirk, because they definitely need a wide receiver. We're going to upgrade a will linebacker as well. We could give them EJ Speed. Surely not. Surely. Okay, it moved up a bit, but what if instead of those seconds, we just threw in that first-round pick? Because I think it would be warranted, you know, upgrading the Justin freaking Herbert. It's declined again. So I suppose now maybe we try starting off with a third, which is declined again. Maybe 2/3 would be enough so we can keep those seconds. Not quite, so let's just do it. Let's just go ahead, go with another second-round pick, which is declined again. Go with another third. We're trying our best here, boys. It's declined again. It just gets stressful sometimes. Throw in that better second-round pick. Give him a 4. Call it a day. Justin Herbert is a Houston Texan. And it genuinely didn't take nearly as much as what I expected. Especially when you consider this Caleb Williams trade attempt. And now I suppose we move on to this offensive line. Fellas, we are cooking up something kind of crazy here. I don't know if the 7s are going to be enough. Yes, they are. It's kind of happened out of nowhere. I know this seems kind of crazy, trading away a first-round pick. But we threw in a bunch of scrubs, 2 7s. We bring in our brand new starting will linebacker, a new wide receiver, and a half-decent starting left guard who I promise you is much better than what we currently have. But at the same time, we hurt one of our division rivals, so I feel like this is a big win-win trade. I mean, the additions we've made so far brings the team up to an 85 overall, 83 offense, 88 defense. We're not even close to being done. Now, one of the players I am willing to trade away here is Tank Dell, because I want Jaden Higgins to be our number 3 receiver so we get some playing time. Tank Dell probably can bring in a pretty good player in return. What about Tanner Bortolini? Could hurt another division rival. Not accepted, but it's close. 83 rated would definitely be a huge upgrade over what we currently have. 4th round pick, maybe? It's in the yellow. We might have to, unfortunately, throw in multiple. Submit it through. It's in the green. Says they need a quarterback. What if we throw in Davis Mills here? Don't think it did too much. What if we made that 3 4th round picks? It's still declined. Let's just go ahead, bite the bullet. I didn't want to do it. We are going to trade away pick number 69. Like, there's just like this. So just accept the goddamn trade. Here, take a 7th round pick from 3 years down the line. I'm sure that made a world of difference. Did for us, though. Now, what are the odds we can flip these two for a better tackle combination? Wait a minute, boys. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. If I remember correctly, I'm about to do something crazy. Submit it through. Oh, just totally kidding. Or is it you have to throw in a draft pick? Is that what it is? A 3rd round pick? No. Did they fix it? They must have fixed it, gosh dang it. Smart people at EA, it used to be a glitch. You used to be able to get Joe Alt for dirt cheap, but not anymore. What about, again, we try and hurt a division rival? Like, this would be a much better combination than what we currently have. It definitely will take some draft picks. Let's start off by offering a 2nd. It's close. It's very close. What about a 3rd? Even closer. But why don't we go ahead, bite the bullet, offer 2 2nd round picks, and bring ourselves in 2 new starting offensive tackles, while at the same time hurting the Indianapolis Colts. Looking good, boys. I'm at the point, though, where I want to see if I can get myself a really, really good, hopefully all-pro caliber right guard to finish off this offensive line. Still do have a 1st round pick I'm willing to use, and I guess at the same time can trade away our right guard, Ed Ingram. I'm thinking at least a 90 rated. Maybe Trey Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe we come back to it. Maybe Lindstrom from the Falcons. Okay. Do we go ahead? Do we do this? They need a right tackle. We can throw in Blake Fisher here. Do we have a backup Mike we can throw in? No. Throw in Damone Clark. Didn't really bump it up at all, so let's just go with some more draft picks. Maybe a 3rd will be enough to bring them in. Nope, it's in the yellow. Let's go ahead, bite the bullet, throw in a 2nd round pick. See how close this is. It's in the green. We are getting somewhere, boys. Let's lock the frick in. 2 4ths. Get hype. Still declined. We'll do it. 3rd round pick thrown in there. Come on. 2 4s. Trade. finally accepted. Unfortunately, though, that might be the last bit of ammo that we had. But if it was, boy, was it worth it. 93 rated Chris Lindstrom added to the offense, which he's actually the highest rated player in this entire team, I think. JK, well, he's close. Brings the team up to an 88 overall, 88 offense, 89 defense. I still want to see if I can tinker with the picks that we have remaining. So we have a lot of them. They're kind of mid though. 3, a 4, a 5, a couple 6s, and a 7. Wonder if we could still add like an Ed Oliver type. I really have no idea. Okay. They made it simple on me. To be fair, that's a lot of picks. That's a lot of picks for Ed Oliver, but we'll definitely take it. So with that addition, beefing up that interior, I think we are ready to roll. 88 rated squad, defense up to 89. Don't know, you just never know, but I think with Justin Herbert, hand the ball off to a healthy Joe Mixon who still has an X factor in this game. Nico Collins, Jacoby Myers, 2 young guns in Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. I think our offense should be good enough. And I think, with the Houston Texans having their defense about carry them to a Super Bowl in real life, I think they'll be good enough too, especially with the additions we made. So let's advance this bad boy to the playoffs and see if for the 3rd or 4th straight season we go 13-4? Hopefully, though, if we do, we get a first round bye this time. We deserve it. Not quite. 11-6. It's still fine, though. We made the playoffs. I don't think we missed the playoffs yet, although it inevitably will happen with these stinky teams we got coming up. It doesn't matter. 13-4 record probably wouldn't have got us a first round bye anyway. We'll take the 3 seed. Definitely don't like the fact that we lost 2 games in our last month to the Cardinals and Raiders, 2 of the worst teams in football. I do like, though, that we beat Justin Herbert's old team and our old quarterback. I told you stealing all the Colts players was going to help us out. We swept them this season, something that we couldn't do in Jacksonville. Wait a minute. I just made the connection. How funny. We have to play C.J. Stroud in the wildcard round, and they have to play Justin Herbert. All right. I mean, it's a good thing we just beat them 2 weeks ago. To my complete shock, we ended with the NFL's number 2 offense, and our defense was number 1. So, dude, that sounds like a Super Bowl contender to me. Decent season from Herbert. 4,200 yards, 27 tutties, 12 interceptions on the ground. Joe Mixon, imagine the Texans this year if they had a healthy Joe Mixon who was in his prime. You see right here, he still has some juice left in him. And through the air, Jacoby Myers, he was kind of just like a throw-in, and he ends up leading our freaking passing attack. He had 14 touchdowns when Nico Collins only had 1. Dalton Schultz, good season. Jaden Higgins, the rookie, put up good numbers. And defensively, I told you we had some big boys. They made it easy on me. Danielle Hunter, 16 sacks. Will Anderson, 14.5. Although, I did make a little dent with Ed Oliver bringing in 7.5 sacks from that D-tackle position. I thought that's robbery all the way down in 8th Coach of the Year voting. But hey, it wasn't robbery. It's the fact that we went 1-2 in Offensive Player of the Year voting. And also, we won it all on the defense side of things with Danielle Hunter. So going into the playoffs, the team is up to an 89 rated, 89 offense, 91 defense. Not necessarily as talented as some of our last few teams, but again, we finished with the number 2 offense and number 1 defense. Like, we should be Super Bowl favorites. And again, we're gonna be a little crazy and just, we're gonna sim first week here. We gotta see if Justin Herbert can beat CJ Stroud and the Chargers. Again, considering we just beat them 2 weeks ago, it'd be rather depressing if we get first rounded, which hopefully we won't, and we don't. 38-24, big W. Despite them outgaining us, we still get the dub. Herbert protected the football, unlike CJ Stroud. Big reason we traded him away. Joe Mixon dominated on the ground, and Jacoby Myers again coming up huge with 2 touchdown grabs. With it known that we didn't get first rounded by our former quarterback, we're going to simulate this bad boy all the way to the Super Bowl and hope to God we have made it. And hope to God can bring the Texans to their first ever Super Bowl in franchise history. That's so depressing. Oh, that's even worse. We lost by 2 to the 1 seed Broncos despite holding them to 200 yards of offense. How did this happen? I mean, it's not like Herbert played much worse than Bo Nix. We ran the ball better. How? Gonna be honest, boys. This one stings. This one hurts. But we're gonna manifest a better result here with the Minnesota Vikings. Now, even though we have some studs in this offense, like Christian Darrisaw, Brian O'Neill, TJ Hawkinson's fine, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, we're screwed because of the quarterback position. This is 100% one of the instances we're going to have to use all of our draft picks to try to get the best QB possible, and I don't know if it's going to be pretty. At least with CJ Stroud, there was some bit of mutual interest with the Chargers, but before we get into that, onto the defense, it's pretty loaded as well. Don't have to worry about edge rushers, really. Defensive tackle position is solid. Maybe use a better cornerback or 2, but the main focus, where we really need to use all of our draft picks, is improving on quarterback, because we're just not going to win a Super Bowl with J.J. McCarthy. Also, too, now that I think about it, we got to upgrade our running back, too. because having these two positions be low overall in comparison to your peers is not good. Not good for the Madden simulation formula. So honestly, almost every single one of our draft picks is probably going to go to improving these two positions. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid, dude. Let's see what in the world it's going to take. And like, honestly, we might have to settle for like an 80 rated QB. Will anybody even offer us for JJ McCarthy? No. That's how bad it's going to be. I mean, we genuinely might have to end up settling for like a Bo Nix type. But for now, we'll try to be at least a little bit more ambitious in our search. What about a Brock Purdy? I feel like he'd fit the Kevin O'Neal system to perfection. Now, it will absolutely take a first, probably multiple. So let's just start with the second and see what it looks like. Not good. But if we throw in the first round pick instead, it's a little bit closer. So we probably can get him, but with maybe another first and another second. But first, let's scour the rest of the market. What about Jordan Love? Like, this could be a decent fit. Oh, this would be a crazy trade, Vikings and Packers. It's a little bit closer than the last offer was for Brock Purdy. Maybe we come back to Jordan Love, unless we can find another suitor that accepts our trade. I mean, Drake May would be beautiful, but that's just never happened in a million years. What about Matt Stafford since he's old? The only problem is he's 98 rated, and ratings mean more than anything. But I'm going to try it regardless. Not close. Told you fellas we were going to search far and wide, but it's just not really getting us anywhere right now. Although, I just had an epiphany. How funny would it be if we brought back Sam Darnold? Obviously, he's a scheme fit here. Played great. He's at 84 rated. I just don't know if a first round pick will be enough. Oh my God, we're doing it. We got to just for the memes, and he will be perfect. Irony here is the Vikings could have kept their first round pick if they just re-signed them, but yet here we are. Sometimes you just got to make your mistakes and learn from them. Let's go ahead, throw in a third round pick, see if that's enough. Not quite. But we're going to go ahead, douse them with 7th round picks. Go ahead and accept Sam Darnold once again is your starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. Now, need to move our focus on improving at running back. And I'm talking, I want like a 90 rated running back bare minimum if possible. Like, what would it take to get a Jonathan Taylor? Hey, that would be pretty insane, huh? Your first round pick? And keep in mind, this isn't realistic. Like, in real life, most of the time, if you traded a first round pick for a running back, you get them. This is Madden though, dumb game. What about a Saquon Barkley? Not close. Now, somebody I did just see, although he's not a 90, Devon Achane, scheme fit, 82 rated. We'll try it. It's close. So, what if we actually threw in a Jordan Mason type? Oh my God, was accepted. So, that actually went a lot faster than I anticipated. I'm not gonna lie, boys, this offense starting to come together. Up to an 85 rated, 88 offense. I'm surprised the defense is that low. Problem, I guess, is that there's no real high rated. They're all like just pretty good. You know, Jonathan Allen, the highest rated at 88. Maybe we could get a pretty big bump to that overall if we can improve at Mike and Will linebacker, and maybe at cornerback too. So I'm thinking, what about Levante David and Jamil Dean? Another leader on defense would be great. Mike linebacker is one of our biggest positions of needs. I mean, Antoine Winfield would be nice, but I don't know if that package is even remotely possible. I'll try it. Oh, we don't need him. No. We got Harrison freaking Smith. What's this game talking about? Definitely don't have to trade away another first round pick for those guys, but I'll definitely trade away a second, which is so goddamn close, dude. This is about to be a highway robbery. A 4th round pick added in, declined again. We're getting somewhere. Another 4th, maybe throw in a 7, see if that's enough. Declined again, but we're getting somewhere. A 6, we're going to creep on up there. It's going to take a 5. We're about to bring in Levante David and Jamil Dean to an already pretty stacked Minnesota Vikings defense. And it gets even better, dude. Even though he's 35 years old, he is so excited for the first time in his career to leave Tampa Bay, as we're going to upgrade at pass coverage, which does bump his overall up to 86. Still need a better will and probably a better D tackle at that point. Think would probably be done with defense. I have an idea. I just don't know if you guys will like it. I'm going to try to go all out for a massive package here. We're going to go for Zach Bond, Landon Dickerson again, and also try to bring in Jordan Davis, who we tried to earlier and it just didn't work out. Then our D tackle position would be stacked. It's going to take a lot, though. It's going to take a lot. Probably the majority of our remaining picks. So let's try it. Let's just start with a little feeler here. A 2nd and a 1st round pick, about halfway to being accepted. So if we threw in all of our 2nds, so an extra one in this case, didn't really budge at all. But we still definitely have some players that we can trade away. Like definitely at will linebacker, we can go ahead and throw in Blake Cashman. At D tackle, we can throw in Jalen Redmond here. And the trade is in the green now. Again, though, I don't know if we have anything else that can see this deal through. like maybe a third. Yes, a GG. Don't have enough ammo. What if we took out Jordan Davis, though? Maybe took out one of the second-round picks. What about this? Still decline. God dang. Oh my gosh, dude. Is it really going to take this much? It's a crazy trade. It's still decline. Maybe that's God telling me, back off, bad. Like, how hard is it just to get Zach Bond by himself? I mean, that's about halfway to being accepted. Do I actually trade a first-round pick for Zach Bond, dude? It's like our biggest position in need right now. It's close. I think we're going to do it. This might be a little crazy, but I think we're going to do it. Throwing out some late picks. Come on, just like lock in, man. Oh, I did it. Oh, I'm dumb. That's so many picks. That's so many picks. That's so unrealistic. But we bring in one of the best will linebackers in the National Football League. So I think we're okay on defense. Actually, hold on. I know a perfect guy for a position of need. Let's welcome Christian Wilkins for the 15th time. But I think we're okay on defense now, up to an 87 rated, 88 offense, 87 defense. I think now, last thing I want to try to do is maybe get a higher rated guard combo. Not like we got too much ammo to use, though. Whoa. Okay. I know this isn't much, but Tippmann was listed as Elijah Vera Tucker's backup, and I think there's some weird thing in the game when a player's listed as a backup. They don't value him that much, so I just took advantage of a really cool loophole to improve for nothing 2 overall. Okay. That was so much easier than what I thought. Probably because Donovan Jackson's a good rookie. But I didn't think we'd get Peter Skoronski, one of the most underrated guards in football, just for Jackson and a third, which I think we're good on the OL line now. One more crazy trade I do want to try to pull off, though. We're going to try and put a package together of Jalen Naylor, Aaron Jones, second-round pick, and some mid to late picks for hopefully another half-decent wide receiver. I'm looking at like maybe 83, 84 rated. How about Cortland Sutton? Take him off the Broncos. Oh my God, that's so freaking close, dude. And I don't have anything else to trade away. Actually, I kind of want this badly now. Let's do some craziness. Maybe actually take out a 6 and throw in another decent player potentially. Yeah, we have so many high-rated defensive tackles. And there it is, boys. Bang! Out of nowhere, Cortland Sutton is added to what's gotta be the best wide receiver core in football. So did we do enough, boys? Will Sam Darnold shock the world in his return to Minnesota and lead this franchise to their first ever Super Bowl? We finish off as an 89 rated team, 91 offense, 87 defense. Very similar in talent to what we built together with the Texans. Defense, again, no real, like, X-Factor all-pro player, I mean, outside of Zach Bond, maybe, but, like, my God, like, pretty much every starter in this defense is super high quality. So let's do it, brother. Let's advance this bad boy to the playoffs and see if we can at least get back to earning a first-round bye. Bare minimum, let's keep the playoff streak alive, because if we don't make the playoffs with this team, dude, I'm gonna be embarrassed. Boys, it's a beautiful sight. 14-3. It's about time we earn a first-round bye. I wasn't even close this season, dudes. Let's go. And it's kind of impressive. We won 14 games in a really good division. Started off the season 5-0 before losing to the Eagles, and another good winning streak before dropping 2 in a row. Why does this always happen? There's just no way Sam Darnold loses to J.J. McCarthy. I refuse to believe it. Wait, did they make the playoffs? No, they didn't. They came in last. Bite me. Let's see. Again, dude, a top 2 offense. Defensively, came in 6th. Not bad. Crazy numbers, dude. This might be good enough to win MVP. I don't even know if we've had an MVP to date, which is nuts. About 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 7 picks, perfect completion percentage on the ground. Achane was great. And would you look at this, dude? I told you he's the best receiver core in football. I didn't think Jordan Addison was going to lead the team, but he did. 1,400 yards from him, 12 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, great year, led the team in grabs. And Cortland Sutton, new addition, 100 grabs, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. And who did the good things for us defensively? It looks like Jonathan Allen, 14.5 sacks from the deep tackle position. Zach Bond from will linebacker with 10. And did Sam Darnold win MVP? No, he didn't. He was freaking robbed. All the way down in 4th. And I got robbed the coach of the year, dude. Let's see if we can use those highway robberies as motivation here to make it back to the Super Bowl. Keep in mind, we need one more to complete the challenge. Hopefully we can do it here, man, because the other teams are going to be impossible to win with. And we're going to full send it straight to the Super Bowl here. I don't know if I've ever done this and actually made it to the Super Bowl, so hopefully it happens here. Oh, it's sickening. Just don't tell me we lost in the conference championship. We didn't. We ended up losing. Win to the Lions. We lost to the 7 seed in our first playoff game after earning a first-round bye. That's so bad, man. I mean, an even matchup. They just came out on top, dude. Not Sam's fault. Not at all. Couldn't really run the ball that well. Jordan Addison went off, man. It's just like sometimes you just come up a little short. And let me tell you, you, to win the first ever Super Bowl with the Panthers is going to take a miracle. Honestly, not nearly as many holes as what you'd probably anticipate from a Panthers team. I mean, they did make the playoffs this year. The offensive line, honestly, probably only got to improve at center. Now, we definitely need to get another wide receiver or two and probably get a huge upgrade at tight end. And unfortunately, again, fellas, as much as I love Bryce Young, for us to have a chance to win the Super Bowl, man, I've got to upgrade him. I've got to. And with him being a 78 rated, much like CJ Stroud, we probably can get ourselves maybe a 90 rated quarterback. And on defense, honestly, it's very wishy-washy, dude. I really don't even know if we'll be able to tackle all these holes. Like, we need a whole new linebacker core. Ideally, we need 2 new edge rushers. We need a new strong safety, and probably need a new cornerback. So, with as many holes as we need on this team, and also with us needing to improve at quarterback, I really think this is probably our worst chance at winning the Super Bowl with the team yet. But I feel like it's always the best course of action to start off by getting the quarterbacks. You'll know exactly how much you have left to build the rest of the team. Like, do I go back to Jordan Love here? I mean, just straight up, it's already about halfway to being accepted. It's going to take a lot, probably a first round pick, but we'll start off with the second. Start the bargaining here, which that didn't even move, I don't think. So let's go back to the first round pick. It's not in the green. Now, this game values running backs highly. What if we threw in Jonathan Brooks? Does that change things at all? Not really. What if instead we threw in Chuba into the deal? I think it's about the same. Let me see how much closer a second round pick will get us. And if it's not in the green, it is. Let's see if we get another quarterback for a little bit less. What about Jared Goff? I didn't think about him. He's a scheme fit, 88 rated. He'll be fine. That's a big upgrade. And is that further away or closer than Jordan Love? They're about the same. I guess I'll get Love. I'll try to anyway. Any wide receiver, I could give him Leggett, I guess, because we're trying to upgrade here too. That doesn't bump it up at all, man. Let's give him Brooks. Let's give him a second. And I guess a third. I just really don't want to trade away both of my first round picks. And I might end up having to. Screw it. Let's do it. Still decline, but we're going to get this done. We're going to get our quarterback. And this is why I'm telling you, this is going to be hard to win the Super Bowl with the Panthers, man. See, it's still declined, even with the running back. Now throwing Leggett, still, I don't even think it moved. God, dude, going to throw in a third rounder? This is so brutal, man. Another third from 2028? Oh my gosh! I guess let's just go ahead and do our 2026 too. And the trade finally accepted. That's insane. That is so crazy. But at least we land our quarterback. The guy's gonna make things difficult. So I do believe we're gonna have to pick our battles here. So on offense, I think we're gonna have to just deal with Mays at center. So probably need to go ahead and try to target a tight end and a wide receiver or two. Now, like, typically I'd like to have maybe an 86, 87 rated running back, but Rico Dowdle's going to have to do. He's a superstar, 84 rated, he'll be fine. Actually, what I could do is maybe sign Shaq Mason, let him be my starting center, and at least that'll be a little bit of an upgrade boost. Yeah, man, we'll take literally anything we can get right now. And speaking of taking anything we can get right now, is there like a half-decent tight end out there? No, not at all. We got a freaking grandpa here. Now, just as an experiment, I want to see if Travis Kelce, because he has 1 year left in his contract, he's 35 years old, if he'd come to Carolina for cheap. I don't think so, but it's worth an experiment. Throwing Tommy Tremble and a third just to see what he says. It's okay, that's stupid. We're probably not going to be able to get as close of a high overall tight end as what I was wanting. But I just need to upgrade. Just at least an 80 rated. An 80 rated tight end, I'll be fine. About Jake Ferguson, he'd be nice. Maybe come back to him. Wait, do I try Darren Waller? He's 82 rated a scheme fit. Like, he'll be very cheap. He's got to be. He's freaking 90. A fourth round pick is pretty close to picking him up. So I might be able to throw in a few more players like Andy Dalton, our backup quarterback, which bumps it up a little. Oh, wait a second. We have Austin Corbett here, backup left guard. What if we actually took out the picks and Andy Dalton? It's accepted. Let's go! I told you, when you send it through and it's declined, it happens immediately. When you send it through and it's accepted, little pause. So it really made me excited. It's crazy, dude. I'm getting so excited over our rapper. Now I think it's time to focus on upgrading at wide receiver, which again, I probably need 2. But it's like, what can I really get, man? Because at the end of the day, I only have 1 more first round pick. And I need to use that to upgrade at defense. So I'm really kind of screwed here. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm not going to feel bad about it. This is about building the best team possible, any way possible. I know it's repetitive, but we have so many holes. I'm going to do it. Bite me. Also, like, let's just take advantage of all the free agents here, because we're going to have to with all the needs that we have. Stephon Gilmore, welcome back to Carolina. I mean, screw it, dude. At this point, let's go ahead and freaking sign Justin Simmons. Let's keep at it, man. Let's bring in Quandre Diggs. And the sad thing is, dude, I actually think Matthew Judon would start for us. So we're going to sign him just in case he's the best we can get. And one more, Juwan Bentley. We don't have great middle linebacker depth, so again, he could end up actually playing. So, like, I know it's ugly and all, but with those free agent signings, we literally just brought in, what's that, 4 new starters on defense? That's actually bad. Wait, 5 if you include Christian Wilkins. That's actually so bad, man. But it does give us a little bit more wiggle room to upgrade at wide receiver, so hopefully that was all worth it. I mean, don't expect Jamar Chases here. Don't expect Justin Jefferson's. We're going to have to settle for probably like an 80, 81 rating. Maybe Deebo Samuel. What about Rashee Rice? I know they were trying to give him away for kind of cheap earlier. Maybe Leggett and a third? Okay, not close enough. I mean, I kind of am intrigued about Deebo Samuel because I don't think it would take too much. They might even trade him away straight up for a younger receiver, which they don't, but it's pretty close. We trade away Trevin Wallace now since we had Juwan Bentley, and I don't even think it's worth it. I barely went up. So we'll throw in that 3rd round pick, see if it's enough, and it's still not. Let me see if I can find like an 80, 81 rated receiver where I can get for that 3rd round pick. It's looking like Jerry Jeudy, boys. Oh, it's not the best, obviously. Not the best at all, but it's a 6 overall upgrade. Do you want Andy Dalton? Okay, that bumped it up quite a bit. I think Andy Dalton would actually be their starting quarterback. Can we throw in like a bag of popcorn and call it even here? It's close. 7th round pick from 2 years down the line. And Jerry Jeudy is the new number 2 receiver for the Carolina Panthers, but we need another one here. This time, I'm going to try and actually get somebody at least a little bit better. Like, what would it take to bring in Jalen Waddle? Because I feel like he'd actually be a perfect fit for the offense we want to run here. Not looking too good. Now, we still do have a backup running back, Chuba, that we could trade away because we're not going to use 2 running backs this season. Got it to about halfway. Now, I know I do have a 2nd round pick I could use, but I'd rather not. We have so many holes on defense, but I'll try it. I think that's out of my price range. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that to be accepted. I'm kind of mad now because I feel like I could have got him for cheaper, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We brought in Jordan Addison to be our maybe wide receiver 1 or 2. Now, I know it's not real sexy or anything, but at least it's better than what we started with. Need to make a few quick free agent signings again. We don't have a backup quarterback, so let's bring in... Who should we bring in as our backup? Nobody's interesting here, so we'll just bring in a rookie, Kyle McCord, out of Syracuse to back up new starting quarterback Jordan Love. And need a new backup running back too, so we'll bring in Elijah Mitchell, the highest rated that's left in free agency. So no, it's not a real sexy offense or anything, but it's definitely better than what we started with. Up now to an 83 rated with that 87 offense. Now it'll work some magic and try to fill as many of these holes on defense as possible. And I'm telling you guys, it's not going to be good. Most importantly, we have got to use this 1st round pick to get a premier edge rusher, and by premier, just at least like an 85 rated. I think maybe if we actually threw in the rookie here, although I know he's gonna be good, he's gonna be fine, but for this one season, we need somebody who can get 10, 15 sacks. Greg Rousseau was balling out with the Bills earlier, so we might could try and get him. I don't know, though. I don't know if 1st round pick would be enough. We're gonna try it. Not even freaking close, man. It is tough. It's tough to land these high-rated edge rushers. We honestly might be out of luck. We might have to settle for somebody like freaking Jonathan Cooper. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe we come back to this. Is Jared Verse a possibility? Not even close. We really might have to settle for like an 84 rated or so. Like DeMarcus Lawrence, he's an 85 rated. He's old, so he probably wouldn't cost a 1st round pick. Might be our best budget option, to be honest with you. Just kidding, actually. I don't think it's going to be good value. Oh, God, dude. What do I do, man? Like, what about a George Karlaftis? He's a scheme fit. I'm not going to trade a 1st round pick for him. See this? Like, that's not even close for a good rookie left end. Like, what are we doing? I think I'm literally going to do what I told you guys earlier. It's not sexy at all, but we can't be sexy with this Panthers team. Jonathan Cooper, we're going to try to get. Straight up, again, is relatively close with all things considered. We do have Brady Christensen that we can trade away as our backup left tackle. It's in the yellow now. Also got Cade Mays that we can trade in the green. So we might be able to get in a budget left edge without having to trade away any good draft pick. I'm going to throw in a few, nothing too crazy, probably like a 6th round pick from this season. And like, that just makes me so mad. Like, it's just like, what's the point? Make it a 5 instead. Welcome Jonathan Cooper. I'm not too happy about it, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I mean, this still just looks so gross, dude. Now I need to try to get somebody at least a little bit better on the other side. Josh Sweat could be interesting, but I don't have to trade away a 1st round pick for him. It's about half way. What if we threw in a second? Is it worth it? Khalil Mack. It's in the yellow. Okay, Byron Young might be the choice here. That's actually a lot closer to being accepted than I thought. Again, we have to go with budget options as much as possible right now. We have a lot of defensive tackle depth we can trade away. We can get a little bit higher of an overall here. Got Ashawn Robinson that we can send in the trade. It's declined again. But give me one more decent rated player we have as a backup. Let's throw in Chris Barnes. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Again, not sexy, but effective. Now what I think I'm going to do is try to use this first round pick, maybe the third, and try to bring in 3 starters. As you can see, it's not going to be 3 great starters or anything, but maybe we can get 3 guys that can start for us at least. Wait a minute, Jeremy Chin could be a fine option at strong safety, and I don't think that would really take too much at all. Maybe just a couple crappy players, maybe? They need defensive tackle pretty bad. All right, we're getting somewhere. Patrick Jones, our backup left edge. It's in the yellow. It's a mid-pick, so we should at least have an upgrade at the strong safety position. Maybe a 4. It's in the green. There it is, boys. Nothing sexy again. With 3 backups, 2 4s, and a 5th, we bring in our new starting strong safety. What about Tremaine Edmonds and Kyler Gordon from the Bears? 2 decent budget options that will definitely start for us. It'd be a huge upgrade. And I would assume it wouldn't break the bank, and it's about halfway to being accepted. Maybe we can make it work. This would be the last defensive tackle that we can trade away. And it got it about halfway. We probably don't even need to throw them in there. Probably just have to go with draft picks now. We are running so dry. I got a 3rd round pick we could use, and we might not even be able to get these 2, honestly. Maybe, though, I can get Tremaine Edmonds by himself, and that'd be about a 10 overall upgrade at the will linebacker position. I mean, I know it might be kind of slimy, but I could trade away Quandre Diggs, who we got at a free agency, and it only brought it into the yellow. We might be screwed again. Actually, I need free safety. If we also threw in Justin Simmons. See, it's just not bumping it up enough. It's just not going to happen. Can't even get Kyler Gordon either. Like, I'm about to pull all my freaking hair out, I promise you. Do I actually send a 1st round pick for this? First of all, I don't even know if they'll accept it. But, I mean, if we can bring in 3 decent starters for us, I think it'll be worth it. It's about halfway to being accepted. I don't know. Don't know. With the players, it's in the green. But outside of that, like, I do have a 3rd round pick that I can trade away, but that would mean this is probably the last trade we can make, and we still don't have enough. God dang, man. I think we found maybe a half decent option. These 2 guys would definitely be starters for us. But it's just not pretty. 3rd round pick going through. It's in the yellow. I might just have to try to get one at a time. I'm trying to get package deals, but it's just not working. All right, that sucks. That's so bad, man. To get DeJuan Henley, we had to trade away literally every pick we had left outside that 1st. But I guess it's a starter. We're still not done yet, but all things considered, I feel like I've done a decent job. We brought the team up from 85 overall, 87 offense, 84 defense, in pretty much impossible circumstances, but I'm not going to quit trying just yet. Hold on a second. We might be able to make this work, but I have to pull off a little bit of magic. Texans, for some dumb reason, actually gave me a 4th round pick for this package, which apparently was enough to bring in our brand new starting cornerback number 2. Which, if anything, at least gives our defense a pretty good 1-2 punch at the cornerback room. So I think that's all I can do, man. I'm literally running on fumes right now. I'm about 12 hours in on this entire rebuild, so I promise you I'm giving this my all. Up to an 85 rated team, 87 offense, 84 defense. Like, I think this is a playoff team, but is it guaranteed Super Bowl caliber? Probably not. Like, could they win the Super Bowl and shock me? Maybe, but I would honestly just be happy if we didn't ruin our playoff streak here. Give me 10 wins. I've got a bad feeling our playoff streak's about to end here. Hopefully not, though. If anything, I feel like it'd be an accomplishment if we made the playoffs with all of our teams. For their 11-5, I will gladly take it. The playoff streak is alive. We ended up just a game out of the 1st round bye. Dude, we got the 2 seed. So pretty proud with our makeshift team. We finished with a top 10 offense. What about the defense, though? I'm more worried about that. No, there's just no way. There's no shot, no chance, no plan that happened. Hold on, I gotta investigate, dude. Hold the freaking phone. Okay, Jordan Love, really good year. I'm more concerned about the defense, though. Rico Dowdle, it's not the best running back performance we've seen, but it's still a good year from him. 1,150 yards, 8 touchdowns, average over 4 yards per carry. Now, through the air, had our makeshift receivers do Jordan Addison, our number 1, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. Ted McMillan, great year as a rookie. Jerry Jeudy, not bad. Same thing with Darren Waller. That's really good for a rapper. Now, more excited about the defense, man. Let's see. We had 3 players with double-digit sacks. Jonathan Cooper, I told you guys. I knew, I thought it was going to be a budget option, but Jesus Christ, dude. 15 sacks as a budget option. pretty good in my book. Also, Derek Brown, the OG Panther, 11.5 sacks. Byron Young on the other side, 11.5. So I feel like I did a pretty good freaking job at identifying these realistic options at edge rush. We got 26.5 sacks out of them. Not to mention 7.5 sacks out of Christian Wilkins from the DT2 position. And look at Jalen Petrie. Got a sack and a half from him too and 3 picks. Even had Jordan Love finish top 10 MVP voting. Coach of the Year. Oh, I feel like I should have won it with the job we did. Jordan Addison got some Offensive Player of the Year votes. I'm surprised Cooper didn't get Defensive Player of the Year votes. And Ted McMillan got Raw for Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's diabolical. But man, what are the odds? What are the odds we can win the Carolina Panthers their first ever Super Bowl? If we do it, if we accomplish this, I'm telling you, it's going to be the most proud I've been of a rebuild this entire video. I've grinded. I've fought. And now, I think we're just going to full send it, man. But this meticulously crafted team goes into the playoffs as an 88 overall, 89 offense, 87 defense. And honest to God, man, it wouldn't completely shock me with those numbers if we made it to the Super Bowl. I'd be surprised, but at the end of the day, man, this team won 11 games. I believe in the fellas. So here goes nothing, boys, for the most improbable Super Bowl run of the entire day. Can we do it? Can we bring the Panthers back to the Super Bowl? Oh my God, we actually did it. I want to cry. I want to cry proud tears. I actually cannot believe we just did that. It's one of the craziest things I've ever done in channel history, dude. We barely squeaked past the Packers by 2. We beat the Seahawks, took care of them by 2 touchdowns, and took down the 1 seed Lions. Now we have to do it again, man. Take down the 1 seed Bills. Let's lock the frickin' here, boys. If we win this Super Bowl, that makes 4 already, which would save my MUT coins. But of course, I'd still want to win another Super Bowl or 2. But it's time to finish the job and bring the Carolina Panthers, something Cam Newton couldn't even do, to their first ever Super Bowl win. Come on, brother. The Bills don't have to be stingy. They already won one earlier. Please. Ugly game so far. 3-0 lead. Our defense playing strong. We take the lead before halftime. I beg. It's 10-3. Please. Come on. Come on! Come on! Let's freaking go! I just hit my mic. There's loud noise, I apologize. I hit my mic in celebration. Bad YouTuber, unprofessional, but holy crap, we have done the impossible. We have won our 4th Super Bowl with an NFL franchise that's never won one before. And dude, with this freaking team, oh man, I feel like a proud father right now. But let me tell you, my ego will hit the roof if we can win another Super Bowl with one of these squads. The Browns? I have to win this Super Bowl with the Browns? Yes, this franchise is in even worse shape than what the Panthers were. And like, what the heck am I supposed to do at quarterback, dude? Shador's not winning us a Super Bowl, especially at 69 rated. And for me to trade for a quarterback, dude, I'm gonna have to use like every single one of our first round picks. Shador Sanders, like, thank God I didn't have to waste all my money on his MUT cards. You know what? Let's actually focus on the positives. I actually only have to acquire probably 4 offensive linemen, not 5. Should be okay at tight end. And only probably need 2 new receivers, not 3. Despite Judkins being one of the best players in this entire offense, I probably need to upgrade him too to have any chance to win in the simulation. And it's just, I've already said it. Like, what are we supposed to do here? Okay, sorry, the positives turned into negatives. Let's get back to the positives. On defense, we got Young Gun and Mason Graham. Young Gun and probably Defensive Rookie of the Year, IRL, and Carson Schweinsteiger. And the linebacker core is solid. Got a good cornerback 1 and good safety. And of course, Myles Garrett, brother. If we're gonna have any chance, man, we need like 30 sacks from him. So if we had to start the season with this defense, I wouldn't be too mad at it. It comes in at an 84 overall. That offense is just so bad. So before I even begin to think about upgrading on defense, we need to go over to offense and first of all, get a better quarterback. I mean, honestly, I'm going to put all 3 of these guys in the trade at once. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we're going to try it. Nobody even wants one of these guys? I'm telling you right now, we're not going to be able to get anybody special. Like, Bo Nix is probably our ceiling. Look at that, dude. Like, while it was even possible to trade for quarterbacks previously, is at least the quarterbacks we were trading away had some resemblance of a pulse. But like with these guys, man, it's going to take a goddamn miracle. Like, honestly, our ceiling might be Jacoby Brissett. I mean, it'd be better than these 3 folks. I mean, screw it. Maybe I end up going for Tua. I really don't know what to do. What about Trevor Lawrence? Is there like any chance at all I could bring him in? Like, this would be like hitting the freaking lottery. again, I'll trade away a first round pick if I got to. Whoa. Okay, that at least makes me somewhat happy. I mean, looking through our options, dude, Trevor Lawrence probably is actually the best. Unless the Eagles are willing to give away Jalen Hurts for some reason. What in the world? I mean, I know there is rumors of the Eagles wanting to get rid of Jalen Hurts, maybe even draft a quarterback. I don't believe those. But I wonder if they would trade Jalen Hurts away for a first-round pick if somebody wanted that contract. So, dude, here we freaking go. Let's do this thing. We have the 6th overall pick. We're going to throw that in there and see if maybe we get something else. Whoa! Whoa! Brother, I told you, they go crazy for picks in the top 10 in this game. I guess at the same time, this sort of makes sense. If you're the Eagles, and you can get out of these 2 contracts for 2 players that are just causing headaches over there. I mean, Jalen Hurts in that contract, A.J. Brown hates his life over there. He's making it miserable for everybody else. But, like, in this game, though, I did not expect it to be this close. So, honestly, my excitement level for rebuilding the Browns was down here. Now it's, like, here. So, to be honest with you, it might be better if I take out some of these quarterbacks, throw in maybe, like, Jerome Ford. That bumped it up a little bit more. This is nuts. I don't know, like, maybe a 3rd round pick and another 3rd from 2027 thrown in the deal? No way. No shot. We just brought in a 2-for-1 deal. Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown for a 1st round pick, 2 thirds, 2 QBs, and Jerome Ford. Like, this is the most toxic trade of all time. Like, Shador, Deshaun Watson, Jalen Hurts, and A.J. Brown. So many issues, so many problems. Like, I feel like this is going to cause some sort of disease. Chlamydia aside, dude, like, at least this makes the team better. And Jalen Hurts is so happy to get away from Nick Sirianni, dude, that he comes to Cleveland of all places, and apparently, for some reason, is happy about it. As he's going to get an upgrade up to 85 rated, just like that, dude. He got smarter somehow. I mean, 1 trade down already brought the team up to an 82 overall, 81 offense, so the offense got a 4 overall bump. Now let's get to working on this offensive line. I'm trying to destroy the Indianapolis Colts because as a Titans fan, they've ruined my life the last few years. I'm trying to bring in their starting left tackle, right tackle, and Tanner Bortolini for the 2nd time today. I don't know, though. It's going to probably take multiple 1st-round picks. It's already halfway to being accepted. So if we throw in a player at each of those positions, who we currently have starting, Cam Robinson, we also have Ethan, we also have Jack Conklin. How does this look now? Oh my God. Now this actually might be more of a ripoff from that last trade. Let's throw in a few draft picks now and improve 3 out of our 4 starting offensive linemen. We're throwing a 4, maybe a 4 from 2027. And the trade, my friends, is accepted. Dude, this is actually freaking nuts. Like, we've emerged with the Indianapolis Colts and Philadelphia Eagles, bringing the team up to an 84, 85 right now. Imagine the Cleveland Browns with better offense than they have defense. You know what? Let me go ahead and upgrade old Wyatt here and finish off that offensive line. Let's see if we can get ourselves a stud right guard. No shot. No shot. Sam Cosmi, 87 rated for Wyatt Teller in a 2nd round pick. I try others. There's a lot of trades that got declined in this video that I didn't show you, so this video isn't a movie length. It probably already is, but my God, dude, the offensive line that we built at this point, I never in a million years imagined this, dude. Now up to an 85 overall, 87 offense, and now, honestly, I just need probably 1 more receiver and a better running back, and this offense is golden. Wait, do I try to bring in Saquon? How funny would that be? I bring in Jalen Hurts, Saquon, and A.J. Brown all in 1 trade window. I mean, it's gonna take a 1st round pick, which is kind of crazy for a running back. Let's see if we can get away with a couple seconds instead. It's in the orange, man. So we're kind of getting somewhere. 2 seconds thrown in. It is in the green. Do we have enough mustard here for Saquon friggin' Barkley? Now, I do know, maybe Jerome Baker? Want Jerome Baker? Oh God. Oh my God, brother. For some reason, it's orange on him, but that's interesting. But dude, what else is it going to take now? Like a 4th or a 3rd? 4th isn't enough, but it's freaking close. I'm going to throw in a 3rd. I probably actually can squeeze a few picks out of this. Let's try to get 5, 6, and 7. Trades accepted. Oh my God, dude. We just brought in Saquon freaking Barkley. We have to trade away a 1st round pick. To be fair, though, the Eagles would probably accept this in real life. Because, I mean, it's freaking a rookie, Quinshawn Judkins, on a rookie deal. 2 seconds and a 3rd for an aging running back. By God, dude, you best believe it makes our team better right now. I mean, genuinely now, all we need is another receiver. And I will be willing to trade away a first-round pick and some later ones. So we have a billion fifth-round picks, dude. This is crazy. Actually getting some pretty decent, like Ladd McConkey could be interesting. George Pickens. We are building the most toxic franchise in history, and I kind of want to do it just for the memes. Do we really bring in George Pickens? That would be so insane. He's probably the best receiver we've seen so far. I mean, Devontae Adams is there too, but I respect Devontae Adams too much to bring him into this crappy organization right now. We're going to do it, I think. We're going to bring in George Pickens and also see if there's something else we can squeeze out of the Cowboys instead of these draft picks. The reason we're getting so much is because our picks, since we're the Browns, are valued so high. So this is really valued like the 2027 6th pick in the draft. So that's why, because we're using a bad team, we're getting more for our first round picks. I know we need a Sam linebacker now, so let's bring in Shamar James because he follows me on Instagram. And could also definitely use a cornerback too, so Deron Bland wouldn't be bad as a throw-in. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. It's close. It is very freaking close. Gotta be somebody that we can throw in this deal. We have a ton of defensive tackles. Shelby Harris maybe. It's close, but not accepted. Malik Collins instead. Oh, that's so close. We're gonna make this work. I mean, I guess I'll just take out Shamar James, actually, and the trade is officially accepted. This is nuts. This is nuts what we're experiencing right now. I'm telling you guys, I've contracted the AIDS virus from the individuals making up this offense now, but by God, are they talented. We brought the team up. We haven't started on the defense yet. We brought the team up to an 88 overall with an 89 offense. We've brought the overall up 12 overall points at this stage, which is just so freaking crazy. Jalen Hurts handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley, throwing to A.J. Brown, Jerry Jeudy, and George Pickens on the same team. Honest to God, for like safety reasons, that shouldn't be allowed. But now it is time to put our full focus on improving this defense. I mean, we really just need like one more edge rusher, a free safety, and a D tackle, and I swear to God, we're Super Bowl contenders. Okay, I just literally tried this deal for every free safety that was over 80 rated, and the only one to be accepted was Kevin Byard. Second time we've got him today in these rebuilds, but hey, we gotta have some high character players in the roster. Now we kind of desperately need help at left edge here because Isaiah McGuire's not gonna cut it. Probably not gonna be able to get anything way too insane, but we can get somebody maybe get 10 sacks for us. Can I get Greg with the better first round pick now? Because remember with the Bills, dude, he put up 100 sacks. So this should be the 6th pick in the 2028 draft, and it's close, but we're not going to have enough. That does give me hope, though, that we can bring in an absolute banger to play on the opposite side of Myles Garrett, which is just not going to be fair for opposing defenses. Honestly, boys, I feel like our best bet that's actually a realistic option is going to be DeMarcus Lawrence or possibly Jonathan Grenard from the Vikings. But I feel like I also can get something else out of this, maybe. A D tackle, maybe some depth, like Javon Hargrave, potentially. Maybe another half-decent good cornerback. I have no idea. I'm going to try it, though. It's accepted, I can tell. Oh, could I have gotten more? Now I just want to see if it's possible if I can get a slight little upgrade at defensive tackle, too. Yo, not too shabby. Deron Payne coming over from the Commanders for Hargrave, Jenkins, and 4 late-round picks. Brother, I think it's time. We have brought the Cleveland Browns up to 89 rated across the board. I am excited to see how this team does. Honest to God, man, when it comes down to it, they're either going 17-0 or 0-17. There's no in between. I honestly cannot believe what I've just witnessed, but it's time, man. It's time to see what this team can do throughout the season. It's time to see if I truly am the Madden scientist or just a big fat moron. No first round bye, but dude, going 11-6 for the Cleveland Browns kind of feels like going 20-0. Even somehow won the AFC North. There's no chance we're gonna get a first round bye anyway. Look at the stupid freaking Bills. Dude, lead the Browns to a top 10 offense. I feel like I should be getting the Presidential Medal of Honor. The defense too, of course, became top 5. Hurts definitely did better than what he did in Philadelphia. 36 touchdowns, 12 picks. On the ground, Saquon, not bad. 1,300 yards, 7 tutties, 4 fumbles. Through the air, George Pickens went nuclear. 1,400 yards, 16 tutties. Jerry Jeudy actually ended up with more yards than A.J. Brown. Maybe at this point, dude, he's just washed. I'm excited to see Myles Garrett. Hold on a second. Jonathan, you insane human being. I did not expect 18 sacks from him. He was 100% worth that first round pick. Deron Payne with 12.5. Mason Graham from defensive tackle number 2 as a rookie finished with more sacks than Myles Garrett? I think again, man, I just want to full send it here. I'm going to check out the team one last time, all the way up to a 92 overall across the board heading into the playoffs. I don't know, again, we have what it takes to win it all. But again, making it to the playoffs feels like a win in my book. But how epic of a story would it be if we win back-to-back Super Bowls with the Panthers and the Browns, and we didn't. We didn't get first round. We lost to the Bills. Oh, it's gross. Brother, we were a 16-1 Bills team away from making it to the Super Bowl with the Cleveland freaking Browns, dude. You know what? Pat on my own back. Round of applause. Again, I feel like a proud father. I feel like there's no chance, though, that I replicate that success with the Cardinals. Not as bad as what the Browns initially looked like, but it's not much better. We gotta replace 3, not 4 offensive linemen. At least we got Trey McBride, dude. Now, I honestly wouldn't mind Mike Wilson and X-Factor Marvin Harrison as my wide receiver 2 and 3. Maybe just need to add 1 more there. And Kyler Murray, gotta upgrade him. If I can get somebody half decent with him being a 76 overall, well, we gotta do better than them. And on defense, it's not too pretty. Definitely not as good as what the Browns were. Honestly, probably need 2 more cornerbacks. We're good at safety. We definitely need a better edge rusher than Zaven Collins. Definitely need better inside backers, and probably could use another defensive tackle or 2. So honestly, our focus, our attention is really going to be spread thin between both sides of the football. But as always, fellas, let's start with the quarterback position here. Who are we going to bring in to Arizona? Do we actually get offers for Kyler? Yes, we do. Any good ones? Not necessarily. I mean, Jordan Addison's kind of interesting, but nah, I need a QB. I definitely want to go after somebody a little bit different. Should I try to get an all-pro quarterback? Like maybe at this point, Patrick Mahomes needs to change his scenery. And if I do this, this might be where I put all my eggs in one basket. Which, funny enough, I actually can't even get Patrick Mahomes because they can afford Kyler Murray. Now that I think about it, it might actually be kind of hard to trade away Kyler Murray with his cap hit. Like, there's very few teams that can afford it. Like, what about a Joey Burrow? We submit this through. It's halfway, man. Because keep in mind, this is the 3rd overall pick in the draft, so they value that super high. Now, is there another quarterback a little bit lower than Joey that they can afford Kyler Murray and also not take me any more than this? That would be freaking amazing. I just don't know if there's going to be the perfect fit, though. Maybe Dak Prescott? I mean, if this goes through straight up, I'd take it over having to put in more for Joe Burrow. It is close. It is very freaking close. We're about to bring in Dak goddamn Prescott for pick 67. Hopefully that's enough anyway. Not quite, but we're just away from the Cowboys evaluation. It's not going to take much more. Maybe like a crappy running back and some sort of maybe backup tight end here. Submit it through. Dak Prescott is the new quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. That's a start, boys, but still a long ways to go. Okay, so I was just seeing what teams would offer me for these picks. And I'm getting offered Nolan Smith here from the Eagles. And you saw earlier in this challenge, he put up crazy numbers. So with them actually offering a 3rd round pick in return, which I don't know why, I feel like we might again be able to get multiple Philadelphia Eagles. Not Jalen Hurts again, not Saquon, not AJ Brown, but we get somebody that could start for us. Like maybe a Landon Dickerson. Whoa. I don't know why the Eagles are so quick to want to get rid of some of the better players, but dude, I'm all about it. Throw in our left guard, and throw in our backup starting left edge, see if that's enough. Yes, it is. Let's freaking go, dude. What a trade. Guys, I have a good feeling about this. I know it's crazy trading away a 1st round pick for a 34-year-old right tackle, a guard, and 31-year-old Stephon Diggs, but man, it would be a huge improvement to our roster. I just want to see if I can sneak out maybe a 3rd round pick in the trade too. For all I know, it won't be acceptable. We'll try. Not quite. We'll take out the 3rd rounder, submit it back in. We're close. This would be 3 huge additions to the offense. We got to find a way to get it done. We'll throw in 3 of our linemen into the deal. And the trade was accepted, dude. It's beautiful. Beautiful scenes here in Arizona. Like, honestly, dude, I might go ahead and see if I can upgrade on James Conner since we've got through the offense so fast. Probably don't want to use anything else other than maybe a 2nd and some late picks. I mean, nothing too crazy. Maybe just like an 87, 88 rated running back. Maybe a Travis Etienne. He did really good for us earlier. I honestly feel like with him being about middle age for a running back standards, maybe James Conner, 2nd or 4th. Be enough. And yes, my friends, they accept right on the spot. So I think we've built ourselves a super solid offense, man, up to an 89 rated squad. With that defense being an 80 overall, we've got to put in some work here fast. Hold on, so funny. Hold on, this is so funny. We're about to try and complete the trade that we tried earlier with the Cleveland Browns. I think this might actually be accepted. And just like that, dude, it is too goddamn easy. I knew Mike, Will, and corner all in one trade. Did take a second, did take a third and a few players, but I think it's a big boy trade. Part of me wants to try and use all of this ammo to bring in one of the best defensive tackles in football. Who that is, I don't know. We're going to find somebody. Dexter Lawrence would be crazy. I just don't know if it's realistic. It is. Boys, it definitely freaking is. A first, fourth, and third round pick. We're going to go ahead and throw in a defensive tackle of our own, which I don't want to get rid of Calais Campbell. Maybe Dalvin Tomlinson, which puts it into the green. Let's see if we can lock this deal in. I know we have ourselves a good backup quarterback, which the Giants do want. I do believe this is going to be enough because this game is dumb. Submitted through is very freaking close. We need one more player, man. One more half-decent player. Let's throw in maybe Demercado. Oh, it's sad. Maybe Greg Dortch. Still not enough. Maybe 2 defensive tackles in the same trade. Oh my God, boys. We just brought in Dexter freaking Lawrence. And I still feel like we can do a little bit better. What are the odds we can combine Garrett Williams, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and the remainder of our draft picks, which isn't anything too special? I got a bunch of 5s, a bunch of 6s, and maybe be able to bring in a cornerback that's like an 84 rated. That's funny. Byron Murphy on the spot. I wonder if that was meant to be. I'm gonna try it. The trade was accepted. That's so funny. I didn't plan that, but here we are. I think it's time to roll, brethren. We have built an 87 overall, 89 offense, 85 defense with the Arizona Cardinals. Might again not be the best team we built, not even as good as the Browns was, but I'm proud of the squad we put together though, because we've kept Marvin Harrison, kept Michael Wilson. They're a great wide receiver 2 and 3 tandem today. Stephon Diggs comes in as the 1. We'll have a good running game. Hopefully Dak plays well. A very solid offensive line. Obviously a premier tight end. And moving on defense, it's not uber talented or anything, but we have the right pieces in the right places to, I think, inflict enough damage. So can we do it, boys? Can we make a run with the Arizona Cardinals and bring them their first Super Bowl in franchise history? Brother, 12-5 on the season. Good enough for a Mickey Mouse first round bye. The amount of times we won 13 games today, didn't get a first round bye is crazy. But you best believe I'll take one with the Arizona Cardinals. I gotta see how in the world do we pull this one off, boys. Good start to the season. A few bad losses. We shouldn't have lost to the Panthers. We put up 52 points on the San Francisco 49ers. We beat the Texans by 31. Some stinky losses in there, obviously, to teams like the Rams, but hopefully don't have to play them in the playoffs. If not, we should be golden. What am I talking about? We beat them last week of the season. This home game we lost to them was a fluke. Had the number 3 offense in the National Football League with Dak Prescott at quarterback. Defense was top 5. Very respectable numbers for Mr. Dak Prescott. 4,100 yards, 33 tutties. He needs to limit the interceptions a little bit in the playoffs if we're going to win it all. On the ground, dude, I'm telling you, like, he's been the best running back we've had all day in these rebuilds. 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns, only 2 fumbles on the season. Through the air, Stephon Diggs is why we signed him, man. 1,000 yards, 12 tutties. Marvin Harrison, good season, too. Trey McBride from the tight end position, really good year. Michael Wilson, it's great too. We're really close to having 4 1,000-yard receivers here. Now I'm excited to see this defense, guys. Oh my God. Dexter Lawrence, 17 sacks from the D tackle position. That's got to be some sort of record, dude. Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat, both with 10.5 sacks each. Walter Nolan, good season from the rookie D tackle, 6 sacks. Even had Tremaine Edmonds contributing from the will linebacker position with 5.5 sacks. No MVP again. That did barely just come in the top 10 tonight. I don't think we've had an MVP all day, have we? I better have one coach of the year. Dude, talk about a freaking robbery. Andy Reid? Dude, I just brought the Cardinals to a 1 seed. Bite me. Did have defensive player of the year, and I'm assuming probably, Walter Nolan didn't even come in the top 10. Are you kidding me? Man, Will Johnson up there. But does this team have a dog in them to go on an actual Super Bowl run? The first round bye is great and all, but you got to be a dog to make it to the Super Bowl. Up to an 89 rated, 91 overall, 88 defense. It is time to full send this bad boy. And once this simulation ends, you best believe the Cardinals are going to be right there in the Super Bowl. Got to manifest that positive energy. Oh my God, dude, we actually did it. That is so funny. We have to play against Stephon Diggs' former team, but I actually didn't think we were going to do it. I think it's the first time we full send it and made it to the Super Bowl. Took down the Lions, took down the Packers. 2 relatively close games. Now it's time to take down the 6th seed. And I think I'm just going to do it this way, guys. I'm just going to click this gosh dang button. And it makes it more stressful, honestly. At least when I do the simulation, I can kind of follow along. But I'm not going to lie, it's 4:30 in the morning. My eyes are burning out of my skull. We're just going to do this right here. Simulate and hope to God pick up our 5th Super Bowl with a team that's never won it before. And yes, we did. Of course we did. 21-16. Was it ever a doubt? But now that we've officially won 5 Super Bowls with 5 Super Bowl-less franchises, it is time to give this challenge the picture-perfect ending by bringing my Tennessee Titans their first ever Super Bowl. But I'm actually going to make this challenge a little bit more difficult on myself than what it should be, because since I'm such a Cam Ward stan, I'm going to do everything I can to build this team around him so he can be the one to lead this franchise to their first ever Super Bowl. But looking at where this team needs to upgrade for Cam Ward's sake, we probably, honest to God, need to get 3 brand new receivers. Also desperately need a brand new left tackle, a brand new center, maybe even a brand new right tackle. But that position is probably last on our priorities. Olufemi Oladejo, though, our rookie left edge, I'm just going to let him start regardless, because for some reason in Madden franchise, this guy gets like 15 sacks a season. So he's going to stick there at the left edge position. But outside of that, man, this defense is so god dang bad, dude. Like, we honestly need 2 new safeties. We need probably 3 new corners. It's not good. It's not good to be a Tennessee Titan right now. The only reason for any sort of optimism is this guy. And again, a good thing about our team sucking is that we come in owning the 4th pick in the draft. So this should bring in some pretty big players. First target is absolutely going to be a wide receiver. And I feel like Rashee Rice could be an interesting option. I'm not going to trade a first-round pick for him, but I probably could get away with our second-round pick. And again, we need multiple receivers, so maybe he could come in as a wide receiver too if we can get so lucky to get somebody better than him. So let's try our second pick, then also try maybe Iomanor, see what the Chiefs say. No shot. I might have could have just got him straight up. What in the world? I guess to be fair, it kind of is a head case. Not real surprised the Chiefs tried to get something for him before he was banished from the league. How hard would it be to bring in a Jackson Smith and Jigba? Like, I haven't even thought about trying to trade for him today. What about the 4th overall pick? That is crazy work, dude. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me try for somebody else. I told you this game values those top 5 picks ridiculously, and I'm loving it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun over here. About for Puka, straight up. Not quite as close. I think I just want to go after JSN. I think that's the man I want to bring in. It's going to take maybe another one of those receivers. I'll gladly throw in Calvin Ridley if that's what it takes to bring in JSN. And fellas, yes, it is. This might actually be one of the few trades today that I think is not realistic whatsoever. Now, after that came out of absolutely nowhere, let's go ahead and try to finish off this wide receiver core. Now, considering that we now already have JSN and Rashee Rice, we don't necessarily need another world beater. But then again, like a Garrett Wilson would be nice. He'd be reunited with his former head coach. I have zero clue, though, what it would take to bring him in. 3rd round pick and Chim Dike? Yeah, not real close. I could get rid of Tajay Spears, and they need a running back. We'll try that. Went up a little bit. I do need to upgrade from Tony Pollard as well, but I wouldn't mind shipping him on if that meant bringing in Garrett Wilson. It's in the yellow now, so we're kind of getting somewhere. Maybe I set my standard a little bit lower here because, again, we have so many upgrades we need to make on defense. Is crazy. Maybe like a James Williams? No shot, dude. What in the world? So I think it's safe to say, boys, that Cam Ward now has the best wide receiver room in football. You know what, dude? While we're at it, let's just keep going on offense. Let's try to bring in at least a half-decent running back, and at the same time, let's just go ahead and screw it. Let's get a better tight end, too. I don't need, like, anything too crazy, like a Javonte Williams would be fine. We definitely could get rid of Sebastian Joseph Day. Oh, my gosh, this is crazy. I think it's because Javonte Williams is on a 1-year contract, but oh, my God, I'm going to make this deal in a freaking heartbeat. I think from here, fellas, it's legitimately going to probably take a 7th round pick might be enough. And yes, it is. We have our brand new starting running back. And honestly, with this being my favorite team, dude, give me a break. I'm signing some free agents again. I really want to end this bad boy off the bang. I really want to bring my Titans their first ever Super Bowl. It would make me proud again. I know for sure we need another backup running back now. And D'Onta Foreman had a really good spell in Tennessee earlier in his career, so why not? It was actually really good for us. I don't know why he didn't catch on anywhere else. Let's bring in another big bruiser running back in Gus Edwards too, just because we can. And now we need to bring in Cam Ward, a decent tight end to throw to. Nothing too crazy because I need to keep my other first round picks for defense and hopefully for the offensive line. Maybe Hunter Henry could be an option, maybe a boring one, but decent, 86 rated. Maybe go ahead and ship on Will Levis back to his former head coach, which with Hunter Henry being old, this is close. This is close. And the 86 rated tight end would be pretty gosh dang massive. Maybe get rid of Elam, see if that's enough. It's in the green. Let's go with some draft picks here and bring in Hunter freaking Henry and pretty much be done with the offense at that point. 4th and a 5th round pick, and there it freaking is, boys. I think I'm doing a pretty goddamn good job right now. So far, we've brought the offense up to an 87 overall, and we still have quite a bit of work to do in the offensive line. I can't spend all my picks, though, because, again, I have so much that we got to do to this defense. What about Taylor Decker at left tackle? He's an older guy, so, again, will probably not cost as much as somebody in their prime. We could trade away Dan Moore, maybe find a few other pieces to ship on. Although, again, this Titans team has zero depth at all, so we might just be stuck with draft picks at this point. Oh, this would hurt. We could trade away Kevin Winston. He is great in real life, but we have to go with the higher rated for these rebuilds. So let's just see where this stands right now. I told you, going for the older players when you're limited on resources is the move. Taylor Decker would be great in Nashville. Let's bring him in, boys. Hopefully it won't take way too much. Maybe a 4th and then a 5th? I mean, honest to God, I feel like the Lions would accept this in real life. They'd get a replacement at left tackle, a great young free safety, and some good midday picks. It's close, not quite accepted just yet, but now it is, friends. Let's welcome our brand new tackle to protect Cam Ward's blind side. What are the odds we can improve center and right tackle at the same time? I feel like we should be able to get a good haul for J.C. Latham. I mean, he's 79 overall, 22-year-old right tackle. The Bears have an interesting combo. Drew Dahlman at center and Darnell Wright at right tackle. 2 players we have not acquired today. I don't know what the possibilities are, though. Let's test the waters with a 3rd here, and it's in the freaking green, dude. Now, this is another one that looks like it's not necessarily going to be too realistic. I do want to see if I can trade away another player. Ship on Darrell Baker. I give anything, I'll sign a free agent to replace him. Let's see what this is looking like. A little bit closer. Do have another 4 that I can trade away if needs be. A little bit closer. We might actually have to cough up 2/3, boys, but I think it'll be worth it for sure. 2 third-round picks added in the deal. Still a little bit away. But we do have that 4th rounder that we can throw in, and the trade now accepted. And with this, boys, this offense is pretty much complete. Cam Ward is the happiest man on the freaking planet right now, especially when you consider what he had to work with last year. I mean, we brought the unit up to a 91 overall. He's got a freaking JSN, J-Mo, and Rashee Rice to throw to, not to mention a good veteran, reliable target in Hunter Henry, and a pretty good goddamn offensive line. Now it's time to move all of our focus to this defense. And boy, do we got our work cut out for us. Start off with probably the most important defensive position, and that's a right edge. And Arden Key, dude, you can get out of here. Guy's a class clown. Now, we'll absolutely use one of our remaining first-round picks, which is kind of actually crazy. We've done everything we've done up to this point, and still have 2 firsts and 2 seconds. We're going to see if somehow, some way, we can bring in Trey Hendrickson and 2 cornerbacks in the same exact deal, which would be huge, because I think I'd feel confident in our cornerback room at that point. The trade isn't accepted, but it's relatively close, boys. I feel like if we throw in a few of those cornerbacks, it might actually get accepted. I'll throw in Marcus Harris. Now, I don't know what to do, actually. We'll throw in Stephon Gilmore. I know I just signed him, but hey, man, just let me do what I want to do. It's close. Let's lock in a couple late day 3 picks and see if that's enough for the Bengals to say yes. Aw, come on. I literally, though, at this point, can throw in Julius Chestnut. Do you know who Julius Chestnut is? Didn't think so. I do, because I'm built different. But what I know about him now is the fact that he's about to complete this trade and hopefully completely transform this defense. I wonder if there's a team that has a safety combination that I could just completely steal. And I'm not going to lie, this would be the 3rd time I traded for Kevin Byard, but at the same time, man, bringing him back to Tennessee to help us win our first ever Super Bowl, I think That is a beautiful, poetic story. Hopefully, guys, will let it slide. I've been trying my best to try to trade for as many different players as possible. But it comes to Madden, there's only 32 teams, 32 players at different positions. It gets kind of repetitive, but I've tried my best. Hopefully, you guys can acknowledge that. But hopefully, after all that yapping, this trade will actually go through, because I have no idea if it will or not. So Xavier Woods, Amani Hooker for Jaquan Brisker, and Kevin Byard. First of all, before I try anything crazy, since he's older, he's easier to trade for. I don't know about Brisker. I can't remember. I think I got him in the first rebuild of the day. I'm going to throw in some of the late picks first just to see what things are looking like and see if this will be accepted straight up, which it's not, but I do think that second round pick should be enough to bring in a brand new safety tandem. And most importantly, in my opinion and in my heart, Kevin Byard, the former defensive captain, the former heart of this team, the mayor of Murfreesboro. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Lock it in. Fellas, things are looking beautiful. Now up to an 88 rated, 91 offense, 85 defense, and we still have a first round pick to use. And we're going to see if we can use it to upgrade a middle linebacker and weak side linebacker. Although Cedric Gray, a beast in real life, Madden's just dumb, has his rating too low. What about something simple like Matt Milano and Terrell Bernard from the Buffalo Bills? It'd be a pretty big upgrade, 5 overall boost to each for a second round pick. I might actually be able to get something else out of this. Maybe I could flip one of our lower rated corners for Teron Johnson while we're at it. I mean, I don't know. It's worth a shot. We'll throw in L'Jarius Sneed. Get him the frick out of here, dude. He's been a mess in Tennessee. Let's see, though. Can we swap 3 players for 3 relatively big upgrades? Yes, we can. Incredible scenes. And like, now that I look at this team, dude, I have no idea what in the world I should do with this last first round pick. I think what I'm gonna do is just throw in all these picks into a trade and just see what the universe is offering me, which it's nothing way too insane, like nothing that makes me way too excited. Outside of George Pickens is interesting, but we have too many good receivers already. I really don't know what to do with these picks. I'm gonna sit here, do some research, do some grinding. When you see me next, you will see the fruits of my cook session. Oh, that got me out of the old chair. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, what an ending. We have just brought in Derrick Henry, Tyler Linderbaum, kind of his last second upgrades. Yeah, it took a first round pick, dude, but this goddamn Derrick Henry coming back to Tennessee, dude, it's perfect. Dude, a sight this beautiful is just enough to about make a grown 30-year-old man cry. Dude, this is like a subconscious individual dream of mine. Cam Ward and Derrick Henry being able to play together is just crazy. Like, hopefully, maybe one day it happens before he retires, but at least in today's rebuild it does. And hopefully he gets to go out a Super Bowl champion. But dude, I've done everything I possibly can. I've put my heart and freaking soul into this. So if we don't win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be a little sad, but what else can we do? Cam Ward has Derrick Henry to hand off to, JSN, J-Mo, and Rashee Rice to throw to, not to mention Hunter Henry. A very, very good offensive line. I didn't even mention Tyler Linderbaum that much. He's a good guy, though. And point out to me the weakness in this defense. There's literally nowhere. Like, you might say this 73 overall rookie defensive end, but just watch. He's going to finish the season with at least 11 sacks. So, in conclusion, we have built an 89 overall squad with a 92 offense and 87 defense. If we do not go out and earn a first round bye this season, I'm going to be very, very, very irate. Oh my God, this makes me so happy. First round bye, we go 14-3, not the best record we had all day. It's tied for it, but not the best. But who freaking cares when at the end of the day, we still get a first round bye? Oh, please tell me Cam cooked. We had the NFL's 5th best offense, which is great considering we were led by a rookie quarterback. Defense was number 1. That's actually, I think, the least amount of yards that I have seen a defense give up this entire video. We literally gave up 200 less yards than the 2nd best defense. It's crazy. All while not forcing a single fumble the entire season, which is strange. But Cam didn't do that bad for a rookie. Probably too many interceptions, but that's still pretty decent numbers. 26 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. I want to see what his overall got up to. Got up to an 83, dude. Not too shabby whatsoever. Now let's see if Derrick Henry is still the king. Of course he is. King of Tennessee. He always will be. 1,400 yards, 21 touchdowns, which might be good enough for him to win Offensive Player of the Year. Great season. Even Cam Ward had 7 rushing touchdowns. Gus Edwards had 6. I mean, Derrick Henry, if he didn't get vultured, could have had 30 on the season. Now, JSN, I knew he was going to be a dog. 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. J-Mo, good year. Hunter Henry, good year. Rashee Rice, good year. Now, who did the dirty work for us on defense? We had Trey Hendrickson with 16.5 sacks, Jeff Simmons with 13. And how funny, I told you guys, Olufemi Oladejo would have at least 11 sacks. He had 10.5. Bite me. But a great season from him. And look at Jaquan Brisker. Brought him in and he put up 5 picks on the year. No, unfortunately, no Cam Ward MVP, but did we have Coach of the Year? This is an incredible feat. Oh, that makes it even better. Just beat out old Mike Vrabel for Coach of the Year, the Tennessee Titans. This is the best honor of the entire video right here. Oh, Derrick Henry robbed, man. Freaking robbed. So is Trey Hendrickson. How did Cam Ward not win Rookie of the Year? This is the stupidest game. And Oladejo either. Brother, he had 10.5 sacks as a rookie. Yes, there's have to make up for it by winning the Super Bowl here. I can't believe this whole video comes down to this. It sucks. We lost to the Colts. Oh, even worse, we lost to Mike Vrabel. We lost to the Texans and didn't lose again the rest of the season. But it does suck that 3 losses came to 2 division teams and Mike Vrabel. It doesn't get much worse than that. Now, please tell me we don't play either of those 3 in the divisional round. If not, I feel like we'll be golden. And of course, dude. It just, like, I legitimately couldn't even think of this scripted. This is crazy. So in quest of our first ever Super Bowl in franchise history, we gotta take down Mike Vrabel and the Patriots, who are actually in the Super Bowl in real life. So that's fun. I just actually can't end this video off with a loss to the Patriots. If we end off this massive rebuild video with all the success we've had with a loss to Mike Vrabel and the Patriots, I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. It's 5:35 in the morning right now, confirmed. And dude, I need to sleep. Gotta be up in 4 goddamn hours, but let's do it, man. Come on, please. I want a blowout. I want a demolition. It's in Nashville. Gotta win. Oh, it was close. It was freaking close, dude. But we got it done. 24-16. Thank God. Yardage-wise, wasn't even close. I don't know how Mike Vrabel kept it an 8-point game. That's what Mike Vrabel does, dude. He does crazy stuff with bad teams. But anyways, Cam Ward actually outplayed Drake May. This makes me so happy. Derrick Henry putting up 140 yards on the ground versus Mike Vrabel also makes me very happy. 8.7 yards per carry is nuts through the air. Ooh, our receivers didn't do much, dude, but who cares? We got the freaking King Henry here. And you best believe the last thing I want to do before I go to sleep is bring Derrick Henry, his first ever Super Bowl, dude, back in Tennessee. This make me so happy. But to get there, I have to get past Josh Allen and the Bills to take on either A.J. Brown and the Eagles or the Grossi Posse and the Packers. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have a sneaky suspicion that our quest together is going to end here. But I need to not be so negative. Let's have the faith. I believe the Tennessee Titans are going to be back in the Super Bowl. Yes, thank God. It's not the story I wanted versus A.J. Brown and the Eagles, but who gives a crap? We have brought my Tennessee Titans to the Super Bowl, and all we have to do is take down the Grossi Posse 24-17. Another touchdown game where Cam Ward did just enough, protected the football just enough. Derrick Henry did just enough for this team to come out with a 7-point squeaker. And all we have to do, man, is win one more game. And I get to go to sleep knowing I brought my Tennessee Titans their first ever Super Bowl. Genuinely cannot believe it, man. The last 12 hours of my life all comes down to this. This simulation is going to decide whether or not this 12-hour recording session gets the perfect poetic ending that it deserves. I'll be completely honest with you guys. This would probably be one of the most depressing losses in channel history. So all it comes down to, just don't freaking lose here. Come on, 7-0 lead. Let's blow them out. It's a tie game. It's not going to be a blowout. I don't care if it's 14-7, 14-0, 100-0. I just need to win this ball game. We're up by 11. Come on, please score game. We're up by 2 touchdowns, please. Oh, I beg, don't choke this. Don't choke this. Oh my God, dude. Take it in. Soak it in. Drink it in. You will never see scenes like this ever again. One of the craziest rebuild challenges I've ever completed in channel history gets the picture-perfect ending that it deserves, as I've done the impossible and I've brought my Tennessee Titans their first Super Bowl in franchise history. Oh my God, dude, now it's time to go to sleep. Now, if you thought that was a difficult rebuild challenge, I promise you it gets harder. And you can click right here to see for yourself.